Good morning, Sassy Fam, and happy Sunday to you all. I hope you are well. I hope you are fabulous. Just want to remind everybody the next round of bonus in-depth reads will take place the last solid week of March, and it will be the extended version of Yours and Theirs. The schedule will be just like the last couple, right? Fire signs on Monday, air signs on Tuesday, earth signs on Wednesday, and of course, water signs on Thursday. Today, we're doing the check-in version of Yours and Theirs, right? And like always with Yours and Theirs, take what resonates, leave what does not, and reverse those energies as you see fit. More so with Yours and Theirs, as energy exchange and interchange is real, rapid, and fluid. Having said that, your person that I see on this board today may not be about or necessarily include a significant other, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, ex of 5 years ago, right? It's whomever's in that dynamic as I'm describing it. So it could be about a family member, a friend, a coworker, for all I know. I don't know. It's up to you, right? So take what resonates, leave what does not. That's the core rule. These are, after all, general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate at all, which I know is frustrating, but it's also normal. If that happens, check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. Let's see. Anything else? Not really. Just kind of enjoying the unfolding of spring. We're in that beautiful space now where it's cool, if not cold, in the morning, and then it gradually warms up, and that's a nice sweet spot. Going on nice long walks with Cinnamon, particularly in the morning. But today, and she is with me today, by the way, but she's kind of having a lazy dog day. If you could see her right now, you would laugh. Like, she's doing her half-half thing that I guess huskies do, where half of her body is on the floor, and the other half is twisted up onto this seating sofa I have near the entryway. It's an entryway kind of bench seating area, as it sounds, right? She's got half of her body, like I said, on the floor, and the other half twisted up onto the couch. Yeah, it's interesting. She's having a nice snooze over there. So like I said, she's having a lazy dog day, and she's earned it. She's been such a good girl this past week, taken to some new training, and she's a little extra tired. So yeah, so be it. She's at rest, she's at peace. But like always, if she pops up, great. Maybe I can tempt her over later towards the end of the reading. Well, I never know. For those folks who have asked about the book, thank you. I am very excited by the work we are putting into chapter 1. I'm loving it. Now, some of you are like, what? Chapter 1? Yeah, it's a process, guys. Good things take time. That's just something I believe in. And also do keep in mind, given that I work full time and I do YouTube part time, I really have to carve out the space for what essentially a professional hobby or professional passion. And it is. If I can get a solid 4 to 6 hours into that book weekly, I'm a happy camper. I am, because in my mind and in reality, I'm meeting those goals. And it's important to me to make time for those goals, but it is down to me to make time for it, because I'm a strong advocate of passion, as many of you know. Ace of Wands, it can be such a strong sense of energy and function and light and hope and path. But also it doesn't mean much if that light can't be sustained. And so this is where we understand discipline is greater than passion. It may not seem that way, old fuddy-duddy discipline telling us what to do, but without something to regulate our passion, it can just fizzle out. We lose hope and inspiration for it. So I guess all that to say, slow and steady, we give to that passion and we build into it, right? Craft something out of it. I guess that's the difference between starting a workout and sticking to it. You know what I mean? As many of you know, it's a discipline. If it means something to you, you make the space for it. You find the practice for it. All that to be said, I like what I'm doing. I like the way chapter 1 is shaping up. Back to the point, it's not going to be an Insta book. It's going to take time for that kind of full body of sexy work to accumulate and to shape up into something more solid. So yeah, don't look for an end product anytime soon. No, honey, we're taking our time with this as it should be. It's unfolding, and it's unfolding, and I want to enjoy the process of how it unfolds, You want to build into it, slow and steady. That's the sexy way. Anyway, that's that. All right, you guys. Like always, I will see you for some shorts. Your Thursday check-in, of course. I will see you at your sign. Take care. Be well. Leo, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Leo. And their person, please. Show me Leo and their person. Show me Leo and their person, please. Yes, I see your cute little face. I see your cute little face. Not so little, though, anymore. Cinnamon. What's going on? Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. Yeah? Just to explain the intro, first energies as you see fit. What's going on? For you, Three of Swords, the Fool, the Six of Cups. Okay. Queen of Swords, King of Wands, the Queen of Wands. They share frequency with you. Frequency with you and they know it. Excuse me, that's my list. Nine of Wands, Ten of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Wow. Whew. Man. A Page of Pentacles. Hey, thinking about it. You're thinking about something. You know, a little bit of investment can go a long way. That's where the Page of Pentacles is actually the most reliable. But you're thinking about it. You're thinking about it. You know, a little something. A little something. You know, here and there. It's not really that big of a deal, but there can be a lot behind it. Three of Swords, the Fool, Six of Cups. You're like, despite the overwhelming amount of ow in my heart, I would still take a chance on them. Oh. You know, it's almost, I almost want to congratulate you on your nerve. I can see stuff like this, and a lot of people would rather die than admit that. They'd rather have their nails pried off. It's like, no, man, I hate them. I'm never think them again. I'm errant. I usually get that attitude in terms of comments. So I appreciate your honesty today. It's kind of like, yeah, yep, it hurt. I had the needles here, swords sticking in my heart. Heartbreak. Ow. Rejection. It hurts. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. But you're saying, nonetheless, I would be the Fool, Six of Cups, whoever that soul bond is. Okay? Now, even if you don't believe in soul bonds, that's cool. This is someone whom you've developed a unique connection with, emotional and spiritual growth, right? Mostly felt largely unspoken. But we've known this person a long time. We have wonderful memories, very fond. We've exchanged literally cups, you know. And that took years to develop. And you're saying, I'd be the Fool. I'd open up towards them. Yeah. Despite whatever I feel, I'd do it. I would. I'd take a risk on them. Hi, I'm Leo. I'd take a risk on them. Okay. Queen of Swords, King of Wands, I'm sorry. Let's try that again, shall we? Queen of Swords, King of Wands, Queen of Wands. We're tired. Yeah, they share that frequency with you, and they know it. They acknowledge it up here intellectually. They know it. You know, they're like, I'm connected to Leo. I recognize it. I acknowledge it. From their point of view, you and they share similar concepts of passion and inspiration and hope and ambition, you know? And the creative streak seems to run through the both of you in some way. I'm sure you two are quite fiery in real life, or I don't know. You both have that sense of glow, and people look at you, they smile. Something about that. You two, when your energies are together, they connect correctly. They acknowledge it. And they kind of acknowledge the intense feelings between you still, and the ways that you two are compatible. Okay? All I really have from them is acknowledgement and how you two are more alike than you are different. Except they see it from the logical point of view of recognition, which is good. So they're not in the business of denial. They see it. Nine of Wands, Ten of Swords, Knight of Cups. Wow, again, despite the pain here, despite the pain, there's that sense of Knight of Cups. You know, emotional expression, vulnerability. That's hard. Look at what he's up against, yeah? Nine of Wands, Ten of Swords. The blockage, the pain, the bullshit. You're like, despite all that, the both of you, let's be clear, not just you, the both of you. Despite that, I'm not making promises. No tarot reader should do that. There's no guarantees. Tarot is a reflection of choice. I'm seeing an emotional choice here that you two would still try to soften towards each other. Show your heart space a little bit. Put it out there. Lay it on the line. Put your cards on the table, however you want to do it. So despite the pain, well, that's it. That ain't nothing, right? If two people still feel that way despite the pain. Will it happen, though? Well, that's that Page of Pentacles, and that's where we would clarify. Here's what we would do in essence, in emotion, in spirit. And then there's 3D. What we feel and what we do are often two different things, and that's why people watch tarot, and someone like me comes along and tries something absolutely fucking crazy. So answer the question. You answer the question. They answer the question. I just read the cards, man. Okay? Things will often hang out in the ether until one or both people are ready. That's life. That's life. Human beings were such visual creatures. It's like, if it's not happening in front of me, then it's not valid. No, it's not true. You know them, they know you. They recognize, and I respect this about their energy, they intellectually recognize how you two are alike and how you two burn for each other pretty easily. They see that. And you recognize in yourself that, like, I'd be the fool for them, sure. Sure, I'd do it. I'd be foolish for them. You know, maybe one last time, that old feeling. I don't know. The Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. You know, since it is your reading, I kind of get to say, you thought about that page. The mechanics. What does that look like? Not an accusation, don't take it as one. I think what you feel is quite brave. They, for their part, they understand the connection and their intensity towards you. They, in other words, they still acknowledge it as being valid. And despite the pain and the frustration and the, you drive me crazy, blockage, right there towards the end, Knight of Cups. And I'd still be soft towards you. Yeah. You're my soft spot. You're each other's soft spots. Yeah. The Empress. Death, the Five of Pentacles. What's that? Yeah, Queen of Cups. Someone here's changed since the ending. Changed since the break. The Tower. Explosive. Nine of Pentacles. Somebody here didn't think the other person would do it, but they did. It represented a point of necessary change in that person's life. Someone had to choose to break. Someone had to choose to separate. It was necessary transformation, and whoever received it said, I can't believe they did that, or that they would ever choose it. I can't believe they would ever separate, or that they would. So there's a suspension of belief here, disbelief. Reasons you would know best. Why we didn't believe they would ever do it, or we would ever do it. But I can promise you it was necessary for someone's growth. It was something that they had to overcome in terms of abandonment element that may or may not have had anything to do with you or the connection or the other way around. But it was something that had to be done. Nevertheless, that did not change how you two are connected. But it did have to be experienced on both sides. Okay? Believe it or not, it represents someone's personal growth. The only real response I'm seeing in return to it is, I can't believe they did it. I didn't think they ever would, or I ever would. But it was an exercise in transforming the abandonment principle. King of Pentacles. The Five of Swords, Seven of Cups. There it is, the suspension of disbelief. Someone here firmly did not believe someone would exercise this option. It was a form of denial or self-sabotage. You know, it really hoped things wouldn't change or that it never would, and it was necessary growth needed. Like I said, I'm going to have to insist upon that point. Sometimes things must break to become whole, and this was absolutely one of those cases. But it looks like both parties were made better for it or by it. Okay? There's something here about unresolved abandonment wounds, perhaps on one or both sides, where the ending here was triggered. One or two people had the opportunity to transform, and things have settled down since then. Settled down, settled down, settled down. And we understand we would still connect to this of our own free will. So that suggests and harkens back to that sense of uniqueness. We're still bonded, you and I. We were better for these experiences, not made worse by them. That's a hell of a lot of growth and development over some very hard structures. That's the real tarot shit right there. But yeah, no, that's it. There it is, the suspension of disbelief. I can't believe that they would ever trigger that option. No, this was self-sabotage. It seems like this was inevitable. It was inevitable. Somebody needed it to do it for the growth, or perhaps you both did. You both benefited, to be clear. It wasn't just one person suffering. Why do you think you two can still acknowledge each other? Time had to pass, things settled down, we learned what we needed to learn, and what's left is what? The raw truth of how you two are still connected, and you both feel it. But now it's past whatever that turning point was. So, I hope that helped you. So whoever's viewing, just know that whatever that was, it was needed and it was necessary on both sides. But once more, Tarot Lady's not telling you what to do. Page of Pentacles is until it happens. Then there you go. Winter for some of you might have been important last winter. Next winter, don't know. Turning point, separation, longing began for some folks in winter. Okay. Or someone's just feeling very, very lonely this winter. Okay. Epiphany. Big successes attached to somebody. Insight, strong ideas, big success. Listen to your intuition. Pretty standard stuff here. Pretty standard stuff. Patience. Listening to our intuition. Patience has guided us along the way. Strong sense of healing as we go. Somebody has some insight and or an epiphany regarding their sense of success. Lots of growth spurts here. Lots of time, healing, and patience has passed. Okay, so you both haven't just been resting on your laurels. You've both been doing things. Okay, learning and growing as people. Like you both needed the growth spurt. You both needed the spiritual upheaval. You both needed time to transform. Okay. Do you still feel my presence? Yeah, you both do. I'm with you all the time. You two are connected all the time, or you feel it. Sometimes you have impressions that they're right next to you. And then also we have the dream connections as well. I'm with you all the time. Do you feel my presence? The answer for the both of you seems to be yes. You think about each other all the time. And how you both have changed and grown as people. Pretty normal stuff, okay? But still, normal stuff from the perspective of you two have learned to transform from the experience. I should say then, the more natural conclusion. We have letters S, H, and the Medallion of Taurus. Some of you have some very strong Taurus in your chart. Could be connecting to. Their season might be important to you. Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. I do. I don't know what's going to happen to that Page of Pentacles, but whatever's done with it, good luck. If nothing's done with it, okay. Maybe it needs more time. I don't know. But good luck to you both then. I hope this helped, though. Regardless, put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me. Show me Saggy and their person, please. Show me Sagittarius. And their person. What's going on? Okay. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, yeah? But as I explained in the intro, reverse those energies as you see fit. Okay. Knight of Swords. You got it. Ace of Swords. Queen of Cups. Wow, good on you. Judgment. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Yeah. Page of Swords. Seven of Swords. Okay, I had a little chuckle there because it's like, oh, any day now. Overview, Ten of Pentacles. You're really focusing on stability and what counts. Stability and what counts. Stability and what counts. And repeat, but it's not a bad repeat. You're like, this is what's important. Da, 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 and then out the door you go. Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. You really believe in what you do. You're showing me elements of, this is what matters. I'm deeply connected. I have a lot going on. I'm in maintenance mode, clearly. You're like, everything's here by choice. I worked hard for this. So you are developing your roots. It goes well beyond our personal sense, home, career, and finances. It's everything we're connected to. So resources, community, family, friends, but not in the emotional point of view. This is it's about literally our environment, our careful cultivation that we want to stabilize. So it'll give us a platform for success later. And that's where you are now. So congratulations to many of you. The Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords. You're like, I'm just out here living my truth, man. Every day as best I can. And then you're like, I also act on it. So you busy. You're real busy. But you're like, I wouldn't have it any other way. It is my choice. Ace of Swords. And I activate my choice every day. I choose my world every day. I agree. Queen of Cups. And you're saying, you know what? I'm open. I'm open to give. I'm open to receive. Love. Let's talk about it. Everything I do from the heart. Let's be open to love. The intuitive process is in there as well. So not only are you pretty grounded, strong aspects here, of mental ability, agility, smart, but an open heart too. So beautiful qualities attached to you. Love it. Judgment, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Well, when someone makes up their mind, they're coming towards you. In the Judgment, and that's not just about making up their mind, it's more like making up their spirit. This person is showing me a sense of spiritual preparedness, essence. So I don't know if they even know who you are yet. It's more like once they know they're ready for new and they can fully embrace it, it's just a matter of time before you two intersect. But right now, Judgment says not just yet. This person, their energy, what they represent in your life is more of an aspect of divine timing for this person's readiness as they understand it. Lessons learned and all this other stuff. So I can see that you're open and you're ready for love, but it's not like you're waiting. But I'm saying with this one, when it comes through, it will be a matter of divine timing, not necessarily what you can just next attach to. It's going to have a different quality by the time it shows up. A sense of directness, a lot to offer from the heart. It shows up in reality and in spirit.
From Apple.com.
Oh my.
From the Heart is a reflection-based podcast focused on processing.
Alexa, stop. Let me tell you something. That bitch needs an update because I noticed, Alexa, has been catching key phrases that I did not do a Simon Says with. I didn't issue a command. She's just picking it up. So I'm thinking she needs an update because it's making me mad. It's like, I did not prompt you. Simon was not called. Okay? So it must be a firmware thing, I'm certain. Where were we? Okay. Well, she got a finger. That's me. You? No? Hold on. Fingers business. Judgment. Okay, so anyway, I think we discussed that. But yeah, there's definitely going to be a space for divine timing. Page of Swords, Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles. I don't quite know what that is. I'll have no doubt you've both been affected by breakage at some point in your life on your own respective timeline. There's two. We try not to think about it. I don't quite know where you are with it. I don't know where they are with it. I'm assuming you both have done your own particular levels of work, saying how you know what you know and you operate how you operate. You say your heart's open and ready. Theirs is a matter of time before it's in that same space, and it seems to line up to yours. So I'm assuming more work has been done. Page of Swords, Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles. It's kind of like thinking, I don't think about breakages and abandonment so much as I used to. I'm not as subject to the past as I used to be. And again, them too. It's just you're not connected to them yet. Says you both try not to think about it too much. Whatever it is that you've gone through, you try not to indulge in too much as always being a place of fear for you. It doesn't affect you as much as it used to. You don't overly give to the idea or the fear of abandonment like you used to, something like that. You've done your time with it, I'm assuming, because that's kind of like, I don't think about it, or I try not to think about it. You try not to let the Five of Pentacles overwhelm you or take a hold of your life, something like this. Whatever your fears were, you try not to feed into them like you used to, or whatever it is you had experienced before. It doesn't surround your mind all day, every day. And there's two. Clearly, they're in a preparatory phase. So who knows what their own particular lessons were in regards to abandonment and overcoming it. But you're showing me, I try to give this minimal thought, you know? Okay, so I'm assuming work's been done. Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice, please. The Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. You are at this moment focusing on self-worth. You're saying it's a path that you have devoted a big portion of your life to, your thoughts to, and your actions towards. This is where you're at. I've already seen this. And you're like, you're in a particular speed and you want to keep it there. So again, concentration on that path, your self-worth. Their advice to you is to continue on, keep on keeping on. In other words, don't break stride. It's good. It's good. It suits you. And it's on that same course that inevitably it seems we're going to connect to this. Okay? So yes, continue to do so. Don't fix what ain't broke. You know what I'm saying? It looks really good what you're doing. Your world, it looks solid. King of Wands, 10 of Swords, and the 7 of Cups. Yeah, despite whatever endings and or pain you have experienced in the past, you're saying that you have more or less recovered here with the King of Wands. Your energy's back on point, your sense of passion, and that you are open. You, on the side I'm looking at, generally speaking, you say you consider yourself to be open to options. You've had disappointment and pain like everybody. Are you alive? Are you a human being? You've had disappointment, pain. You know? You're saying that you recovered and that you feel good being back in your own skin and back in your own energies and things like that. Okay? There you go. But yeah, you're just open. That's all you're telling me. Anything about this, though? So I can see where, yeah, 10 of Pentacles just tried to pop out. I understand that. Temperance. Time. I'm not suggesting you wait. I would never do that. You know my thoughts about waiting. And if you don't, my advice to you about waiting is don't. It's a conscious choice. Or people act like it isn't, and that's why I tell them it should be a conscious choice. You will waste your life waiting otherwise. So, no. What I am saying is that whatever this is taking time to come through. All right? It is healing, it's learning lessons as we speak. Patience is attached to it. Divine timing. Okay? That's all I got from it. But yeah, you say you're open to options in love. Yeah. Connect to that space, you know? Connect to that space, but again, this one is going to hit different, you know? It's going to have a particular quality. It will be different. It will feel different because it is. All right? Contracts, careers, commitments, that's where you are. Some of you... Sag is your Saturn placement. Divine masculine, the push and pull energy. Be aware of that for yourself, if you identify as the divine masculine, about any push and pull energies, okay? Anything that's going back and forth with you, giving you mixed signals, is a no, okay? It's always a no. Push and pull, chaser, runner dynamic, that's always a no. These are always time wasters. So while I see you're open to options in love, remember this. If you are someone who identifies as having that divine masculine energy, that means a dedication of energies. I know where I'm at, and I know where I shouldn't be. No push and pull. Not for myself, and I sure as hell won't accept it from others. Okay? All right. We have one letter, J. We have the medallion of Capricorn, the keyword here being ambitious. You might have some very strong Cap in your chart, could be connecting to other season, might be important to you. We have the owl here, emphasis on great wisdom, smart, intelligent, and then very observant. Some of you are, you've shown me this. We have the seahorse here, concept of Pisces energy, but also a deep well of emotions that we keep close to us. Okay? You, possibly this incoming energy, I don't know. But some of you are ripe with emotion, but perhaps you just don't wear it on your sleeve. I understand that. I'm the same way. I got lots of emotion. That doesn't mean I'm just trying to vomit on people with what I feel. I think that's incredibly disrespectful just because I'm a big feeler. All right. And then we also, yeah, 2 owls here. 2 owls here. Wisdom, insight, both sides. Influence, both sides. Okay, intelligence, both sides. Okay. All right, Saggy honey. I don't think we don't need these. The shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Okay, this is incoming, so I really don't want to. No, just the shoulda, coulda, woulda deck. That's what I call it. Wouldn't make sense in this context. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull some of these. What are these? Clarifying life situations. Okay. Flames of passion. Let the flames of your passion light your way, but be mindful of the fires that may ignite in your journey. My, my, my. Very passionate creature you are. Well, you are a fire sign. Yes, of course. And you're lighting your way as we speak. Trailblazing. Don't let yourself burn out, though. Yeah? Pace out those passions. All right, Saggy honey. Good luck to you. Gosh, I can't wait to see what those aces look like for you in future. I hope I get to see them. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Aries. And their person, please. Show me Aries. And their person. What's going on? Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, yeah? But as I explain that intro, reverse energies, as you see fit. What's going on? Starting with your side, as I said, 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands, and the 6 of Cups. Okay. 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, and the High Priestess. Yeah. Well, it's no wonder. Okay. Tricky. Very tricky. 9 of Pentacles, the Moon, the 2 of Wands, and Death. Currently undergoing transformation. Whatever this is, it's representing transformation, not so much an ending. Now, don't get me wrong, there could be an ending here, but it's more like how you've recovered from this, or you're learning to recover from this. And what it means to you. It's tricky right there. 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands. It's kind of like I'm denying all ego here. I reject ego-based connectivity. I reject vanity-based connectivity. That's a boundary. That's a wall you have. You don't dismiss the connection. You're saying that's still with you. You're saying you love the connection. 6 of Cups. It's a soul bond. As far as you're concerned, it will always be part of you, part of your history. But that you reject any and all forms of vanity or ego attached to it. You're saying that's a boundary and or wall you put into place. You love that connection, you're always going to love it. That's the areas I'm looking at. I'm not telling you what to do. This is what the cards are here. You're saying it taught you a lot. It shaped you into a different Aries. You know, you've transformed from it time and again. But you're saying there's one thing you're taking away from this, and that is to reject all ego-based or vanity-based connectivity with this person. But you're saying I still love them. They're still attached to me spiritually, emotionally. I don't reject that. I don't deny that. Just any of the vanity part of it, that's gone. So you reject that wholeheartedly. Okay. I can kind of see why. At first, it's like, what's going on here? No problems with boundaries and exercising discipline around that 6 of Wands. Often, 6 of Wands should be corralled a little better. Absolutely. It's not necessarily bad energy like anything. It depends on what we do with it, Just like death isn't always bad. Just a lot of people assume it is. That doesn't mean you're right. So 6 of Wands, it can be, glory. Look at me. Job well done. It can also be, look at me. I'm just showing off and I want your attention. So something about you reject that when it comes to this connection. You're deeply attached to it, but not the vanity part. It's like, on that piece, you can count me out. Okay? Like, I'm not eye candy, I'm not arm candy or whatever. I don't know. Something like that. And I can kind of see why 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, the High Priestess. Someone wasn't in it, but they wanted to be. And the High Priestess suggests this person was intuitive. It's a form of wish fulfillment, but they also weren't available simultaneously. So this is where we have the energy of I want my cake and eat it too, which can get people into a lot of trouble. Yeah. So a part of them intuitively wanted to connect to you from a sense of joy and wish fulfillment, Nine of Cups, from love of the self, but also knowing simultaneously they weren't available. So this is where we get a conflict of interest. I want something, but I don't actually want to be part of it. I feel something towards this that feels good to me personally, but I can't actually be fully involved. So I can see where your interpretation is, this was some vanity bullshit. It makes sense. When somebody wants to feel good, pleased personally, and they intuitively connect to you, and it's a soul bond thing. Of course they did. You've two known each other a long time. You have a history. They felt that. But they also felt they could not take full responsibility for being emotionally present. So Eight of Cups suggests no. They were never fully available to this, even while they were trying to try out their own sense of personal interest. It's like, yeah, this feels good, but I'm not trying to be in love with it. It's like I want to try it out. So I can kind of see where you think, well, fuck the vanity thing. Yeah, I mean, if you don't step up, if you can't keep up, you don't get to have a little taste and then be like, well, I don't want the whole cake. Well, you already got your germs on it. So, but no, I'm not going to take responsibility for those germs. No. Just because I had a little lick doesn't mean I have to buy the whole cake. Then you shouldn't have tried to take a lick. So that's the only thing that's really showing me is that you had a massive transformative effect. What I like, though, about your energy is that you're like, I still respect this connection. It taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about me, and I still love them. You know, it may not have meant much to them, but it did to me. I still love it, even the good parts of it, because of the good parts, really. Okay. Nine of Pentacles, the Moon, Two of Wands. You know, it's looking like you're keeping your activities to yourself, private. It's kind of like what I do is no one else's business, because that's individuation right there, and I'm assuming they have a similar attitude then. But yeah, what you're doing is no one else's business. You keep your decisions to yourself, by yourself. But yeah, there's still some connectivity here. You two are very strongly intuitively connected, so I'm assuming dreams, you know, and perhaps impressions during the day, stuff like that. Intuition. Even the moon is intuitive. It's just murky. So it has that sense of representation of dreams and maybe fantasy or illusion, but also, yes, the realness too. Okay? But yeah, you really are saying what I'm doing is not their business or anyone else's. It's just mine. And I think that's fair. There you go. You're currently under transformation. It's kind of like what I look like on the other side of that transformation is no one's business, just mine. It's my business, leave it alone. You know, that's very Aries. I can do this on my own. What the end result is, it's what I make of it. I'm not necessarily looking for an opinion. You know? You're kind of in a space of whereabouts unknown, and them too, as far as you two are concerned towards each other. Okay. But I like how you show me the transformative process for you, what you learned. Ace of Cups, the world. This, whatever this is, wasn't going to sustain. It was just a matter of time before you cycled it, they cycled it. They kind of started the cycle because they weren't fully present. So again, it's like they wanted to taste that cake at their own cost. It was not going to sustain. You know, this thing was over before it began. I know it hurts to hear that, but also you, for your part, though, already appreciate the lesson. It transformed you, it changed you, and it will continue to do so. Whether or not they learned anything, I don't know. Except, you know, if you're not available, don't pretend otherwise. You know? Don't start. The Eight of Cups is there twice with the world. Yeah. You know. All right. Seven of Wands, and there it is. You rejected it. I told you, they might have started it. You finished it. There you go. There's the rejection of it. And it's still intuitively couldn't. You knew you would have to. All you're showing me is that you knew you had to. Intuitively, you were going to have to do it. You knew it was going to be you. Because people can get really comfortable in that space of this feels good, but I'm not really in it. And that can create long-term comfort zones for some people. They don't actually want to give it up, but, you know, maybe I should. But it feels kind of good. And you kind of went, you know, this is bullshit. Excuse me. I wear this for a reason. I know that's annoying, but still. Okay. Yeah, no, I think we got it. The point is that you got it. All right. You learned what you needed to learn. But what I really respect, though, about this is that you're showing me a learned element here that you reinforce, but that you still, there, you had the epiphany, you had the breakthrough, you had the insight, but that you still appreciate this for whatever it taught you. Limitations, fears, someone was always afraid of loss, always afraid of loss, fully giving in, fully giving themselves to this, and you had to set your intentions and kind of reassess your own kind of concept of self-love, and whatever this is beneath you, or it's not worthy of you in terms of real-world connectivity, but you still honor the connection, though, in your own way. Okay. All right, let's wrap this one up. I think we got it. Huh. Yep. I should have said what I didn't say. So there's a whole bunch of stuff somebody here didn't say. No shit. Well, yeah, that's often, you know, hindsight's 20/20. I wish I had spoken up. I wish I had said something. Just being near you is intoxicating, and that's one of the reasons you rejected it, is because, oh, I get it. I'm a piece of flash to you. I'm jewelry, I'm vanity, oh, look at that Aries. Got it. Point taken. I hid who I really am from you. Yeah, that's part of the Eight of Cups of being unavailable. You're still hiding or not showing up as part of yourself. So yeah, I hid who I really am from you. Yeah, I mean, that's all in there, guys. This is what I call the shoulda, coulda, woulda deck. It's mostly hindsight. It's 20/20 shit, you know. But that's assuming people have learned anything. And I should have said what I didn't say. And it's like, yeah, someone kind of stays in that space of silence. It's also the High Priestess. They still don't say anything. They didn't speak up for themselves then. They don't now. But then again, if you're coming into this thing with mixed emotions, if I want some of this, but I don't actually want to be present for it, you're never really going to have much to say. Never mind say for yourself. You don't know who the hell you are. You don't know what you're bringing to the table. That's because you're busy denying half of what you're bringing to the table, if not more. We have the letters B, Y. We have the Tree of Life. The Ten of Pentacles. Concern yourself with your own particular endeavors, your own sense of growth, your own sense of stability, but specifically your roots, what you're connected to and why, and what supplies you nutrients for long-lasting life and things like this. They have coffee beans. Some of you are very attached to your coffee. You have lots of lovely natural Aries energy that you are so well known for. Whether or not you drink coffee is irrelevant. It's just that sense of energy. Oh, I have no doubt. Absolutely. Of course. Okay. Aries, honey, good luck to you. Continuing on with the transformation, what you continue to learn from this. Again, you still hold this connection near and dear to your heart, but you reject any and all principles having to do with vanity and ego. I hope that they learn whatever it is that they need to learn. But as far as you two are concerned, what either of you are doing is neither person's business. That's it. For now, will it always be like that? I don't know. But is it like that today? Was it like that yesterday? Probably. But I like you and your growth, okay? And that's what we're concentrating on. Aries, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me. Aquarius and their person. Show me. Aquarius and their person. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, yeah? But as I explained that intro, reverse energies, as you see fit. What's going on? King of Cups, Justice, Page of Swords, okay. Five of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. Okay, all right, I can see why you're sticking to your guns there. Page of Wands, Ace of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the overview, Two of Pentacles. There's this question of technicality, settling upon a course of action that's correct for you. It seems to be tied to a larger concept that is stability. Okay, but the focus here is whatever it is I do, whatever it is I choose, it needs to come from the best place in me. I want to stand behind it with an emotional conviction and a sense of correctness with justice. So justice here is in that position of spiritual, technical, legal, whatever it is. You say you will gain insight on it as you go. Page of Swords, and you will learn what you need to learn to make the best possible decision. Now, it can delay things considerably for that reason with the Two of Pentacles. In other words, for some of you, you take your sense of responsibility and decision-making very, very seriously. And that means sometimes backtracking to find the best possible answer to the course. So some of you are not easily satisfied. Some of you might be called picky on occasion, but you're like, it's my process. It's what works for me. It's not for everybody, but it works for me. Because that's a hell of a leap from a Page of Swords to Justice. It's like sometimes I backtrack. Sometimes I got to learn things from the seed and oversee its growth before I feel comfortable delivering whatever the heck it is that I've decided upon. It's like, but if it means starting with roots, I will. Okay. Yeah, like I said, you know, some of you are not easily satisfied. Tough customers. But you're saying it's my process, and that's what I do. You want a sense of emotional conviction. Did I do my best? So if that means taking a step back or two, so be it. Okay. Over here, Five of Wands, Six of Cups, Eight of Cups. Well, go on then. If it's so hard to be attached to me, don't. There you go. You know, there's a lot of disregard here for the soul bond that you have between yourself and someone else. And I don't know who that is, guys. It doesn't have to be an intimate person. It's someone whom we've known a long time and you can still develop a unique bond with. That's an emotional and spiritual undercurrent that develops between two people over time and creates that uniqueness. Okay? You can't find that connection with anyone else, just that person. And fighting Five of Wands, that's an internal battle with themselves, external battle with you. I don't actually see you participating in it, except perhaps best response as you understand it, and even then you're taking your time with it. That seems to be how you approach everything right now. Maybe not always, but right now. And you're not treating them any differently. There's that sense of I'm not going to rush into an argument with you just for the sake of it. You know, I'd rather take my time to appreciate it, understand where it's coming from before I do anything. And I don't know if they don't like that. I don't know if it's just too slow for them. It does look a little impatient. It does look a little argumentative. And then they're like, fine, I'm out of here. Eight of Cups. Okay. Well, you didn't look like you wanted to argue. You know? So if they were looking to you to find a solution to a particular issue, you wanted to take your time with it to find the best possible balance for yourself for the situation. I don't know if they lost, like I said, their patience with it. Maybe they didn't want a solution. Maybe they just wanted to sit there and fight with you. I don't know, but that's not a solution either. But Eight of Cups, they're out of here. How long they're out of here, I have no idea. But they're out of there. Okay. If someone wants to walk, let them walk. Okay? There's nothing we can do. Whether or not they'll drift back in, I have no idea. Page of Wands, Eight of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. It's kind of like saying whatever the solution was, I couldn't see it right away, and someone wasn't open to it anyway. Yeah. It was going to be one of those things that takes time, and it had to do, it seemed, with the question of stability and how to stabilize the foundation for which you were part of, and they were too in some way, and I'm assuming still are. In terms of their contribution in the 3D, they're like, no, don't count on me. Oh, okay. Thanks for that. So whatever it is, someone here was blind to being open towards a solution. I see you go out of your way, and I even said backtrack to find a solution that works for you, even if it means starting at the seedling of an idea, the roots of an idea. You're willing to investigate it and then apply it if it fits. This person's like, argue, that slow, steady approach. We need results now. We need action now. And for some situations, now action absolutely works. Sometimes it's better to act first and then ask for forgiveness later. I understand. But this is one of those situations that required a kind of stable decision in order to get stability from it. Make sense? I think you knew that. The other person here is like, I need results now, or I need to answer now. it wasn't going to work like that. When we're talking about the Ten of Pentacles, everything slows down quite a bit. Okay. It's not just our personal home, career, and finances. And even then, you wouldn't rush those decisions either. But apparently this person would. It's our resources, our network, our connectivity, and the larger scale of things. And somebody here was willfully ignorant of being open to a real viable solution, or it just wasn't enough action. So, it looks like you're in the position to resolve this on your own. But it seems to be a role you're comfortable with, but it really does double down and emphasize this idea of correctness for you. Okay. All right, let's get some advice for you. And I'm sorry, it's a very poor attitude. But, someone's not willing to look into open to solutions, which suggests they had one. And it was the only one they were focused on or convinced of would work. And that was causing the argument, at least from their point of view. And you're like, okay, cooler heads will prevail. All right. But I know you meant it with good heart. I know you did. I mean, there it is right there. I want the best possible solution for everybody, not just myself. Okay. Let's get some advice, please. King of Wands, the Empress, the Fool. Okay. Which really tried to please someone, the Magician. The Four of Swords. Yeah, we wanted a calmer approach. And you're manifesting best possible answer now as we speak, with much due reflection, insight, and even healing on your part. You really believe whatever this is should not be rushed. However, someone here is packing a lot of power energy that suggests, I want to make the best possible decision, which I've seen that reflected in you, but, someone was being a little forward with their energies, a little too impressionable, a little too passionate, a little too perhaps hot-headed about, let's just do this, let's be the fool, let's just try this out. And that wasn't working for the situation, the scenario. And it was coming from, as far as I can tell, a good place, the Empress, Somebody felt very qualified to say this is what we should do without pursuing other options. That doesn't mean they were correct, but they really felt convinced that they were, Yeah, but there's a bit of insistence here that this is correct. I know it is. But we wanted to continue to manifest and look at results more deeply. Okay. Or potential results and solutions more deeply, I should say. It's quite surprising to see that, actually, because the energy is coming across as so small, so that tells me that it was very angry when it walked. Otherwise, this is someone who has a bit more credit attached to them. Okay. Yeah, Five of Swords. That's more credit attached to them until it becomes or goes into a place of self-deception. Yeah, somebody really gets wrapped. So that's what I'm saying. Look at that. It's kind of typically I would praise this kind of energy. That's why I hesitated. I would typically praise this. This is beautiful. Someone who knows themselves really well. And they're like, let's try it. Let's do it. Let's try this. And it works until it doesn't. Until it becomes a self-sabotage thing. It's like you being a little hothead or insisting that you're correct doesn't mean that you are. It's self-deceptive. And that was part of this Eight of Swords and this refusal to be open to a stable solution. Yeah, so someone was kind of adamant, I'm correct. You disagreed or you didn't immediately agree or something like that. And then they're like, well, fuck you, I'm walking. Because this looks so small and spiteful and mean. Okay. Compared to where it was coming from. All right, so I have the feeling that this person fly by the seat of their pants, but with a lot of intensity and sense of self-importance. It's all good until it isn't. So self-deceptive. Okay. Well then, you keep doing your thing. I have no doubt. You're very close. I don't think that's a full-time walk. No, I don't. I think this person needs to cool off and manage expectations, re-examine that sense of self-worth. And I think that's been your point of view this whole time. Yeah. Okay. It looks like they need to cool off a little bit. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying that's what's here. Celebration, gifts, abundance. What to do with an investment. Something here. Something that represents a gift, an unexpected element. How do we incorporate it? Okay. All right. I want to make sure we use our gifts or our money or investment wisely. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I don't think we need that. Let's go ahead and pull something from this, please. Feather of Hope. Grasp the feather of hope, a delicate symbol of upward promise and an uplifting future. Where to take this gift for some of you? There was an argument about that, a dispute. Just as an example, let's say just randomly somebody won a $5,000 lottery ticket and it's like, oh, I know what to do with that. I know what to do with that. I know what to do with that. Hold on. Let's think about this. This could be an opportunity. No. This is what we need to do with it. Hold on. This could actually be seed money for something else. And they're like, no, fuck all that. We got to double down on this cruise, okay? I can get 30% or something like that. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Just a small example. That way we can kind of take it out of the vague atmosphere and into, oh, okay. You see what I'm saying? I know. Oh, wouldn't that just piss you off? Let's say you got an unexpected 5,000. They're like, this is what we got to do. I know what I'm doing. Let's take it to the casinos, right? And you're like, no, something like that. You know what I mean? Do you get it? All right, we have the letters C, W. We have big dollar bill. Money is involved in some way. I have no doubt. Investment specifically. I did see it attached to larger principles. Earth sign energy as well. Then we have the tree of life, right? That sense of Ten of Pentacles, community, legacy, everything that your roots touch, careful consideration of that. The snake with the heart, it means well, but that doesn't mean, again, it was correct. Okay? It has a venomous sting to it, but it loves you. Then we have the Medallion of Leo. Some of you have some very strong Leo in your chart. Could be connecting to, or their season might be important to you. Aquarius, honey. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Gemini and their person, please. What's going on? Show me Gemini and their person. What's up, Gemini? Alrighty. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board as I explain the intro, reverse energies, as you see fit. What's going on, please, for Gemini? For you, 5 of Cups, Death. Well, that's progress. That really is progress. I know it looks like a bunch of not happy, and technically it isn't a bunch of, it's not a point. It's still progress, okay? The Sun, the Hanged Man, and the 9 of Cups. Oh, yes. King of Wands, the Magician, and the Ace of Wands. Yeah. 9 of Pentacles. You're on your way. Slow march. You keep on keeping on in that progress. Slow and steady. You are making progress. It's not going to look like it and it's not going to feel like it. And you're like, I'm surrounded by a bunch of not happy. I understand. But you are making progress. 5 of Cups, Death, 7 of Wands. There's going to be this period of grieving that is coming to a close. It was a period. It wasn't a life sentence. Okay? Definitely not a life sentence there. The mourning, whatever it is that's passing, it is indeed passing. You're being changed by this, transformed by it. You will not stay back there in the 5 of Cups forever. Nobody does. Sometimes we carry it with us, yes, as remembrance. But for the most part, though, we're not meant to live there. We're not meant to create a whole life there. This will pass. Okay? You've been changed from that grief, the loss, whatever it is. I know it hurts, but it is changing you. It's not the ending of you, it's the changing of you. And it's going to allow you to put into practice good boundaries for yourself. All right? A strong sense of, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I stand up for. This is what I believe in, It's a good way to start. You're going to feel a little raw at first, so I'm not exactly surprised that you're showing me the 7 of Wands. But a good sense of exercise of boundary and will, discipline as well, all in there. Over here, the Sun, the Hanged Man, Nine of Cups. I guess someone here who thinks about happiness a lot, and what does that mean? Personal joy and fulfillment, and in some way how it relates to you. They associate you with happiness. And they think about that a lot. The element of warmth specifically. How you make them feel happy, pretty good, pretty light. And Nine of Cups, their heart pulls towards you in some way. That suggests, yes, wish fulfillment. But they also associate it with joy. So it's not just like, it's just about me. No, it's a strong sense of my feeling, my heart. It goes out to Gemini. And it feels good. I like that. So they're showing me some sort of emotional attachment to you that they think about and contemplate. And they associate you with happiness. And that ain't bad, right? It's almost like you're this person's personal joy. I don't know if you know it. I don't know if you're in that space to know that yet. King of Wands, the Magician, Ace of Wands. Well, I guess you're going to find out. The both of you. The both of you. Okay. King of Wands, the Magician, Ace of Wands. Yeah. You're both summoning the energy towards each other. And it looks like it's just a matter of time before they connect. All right. Somehow it's happening. The best of the energies and the intense and sense of openness. The heat kind of burns for you both. And I see that you're undergoing change. I see that. But you also come back the other side stronger for it. Okay? And the ability to exercise new skills for yourself and beliefs and standing up for what you believe in, and that means you believing in yourself. And over here, and this shared energy will be sharing the same sort of manifestation towards each other. It's intense, it's a little hot. But they already associated you with warmth. So who this person is to you, perhaps you know them, perhaps you don't. In some way, though, you two are already connected. A lot of spiritual connectivity and elements of happiness and heat. Okay? You're in that direction, slow as it may be. It's almost like you yourself are warming up to the warmth. Let's get some advice, please, for Gemini. I have to admit, the only thing I'm actually curious about is timing. It's hard to tell. The grieving process is different for everybody. I'm just glad to see it's alleviating for you. Six of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the King of Cups. It grieved you to do so, but you had to stop showing heart to something or a situation that had to be left behind, and you were adamant about it. Anger was in there. Frustration was in there. Yeah. But that was the wall I see you put up around your heart. It's what allowed you to move forward. And that happens, especially if you're a big feeler, some of you are. You have to put that wall up around your heart to kind of reinforce strength for yourself. Okay, but yeah, we had to leave something behind, and that's all you're showing me, is that you are in a position to move on, and that you're grieving it, and how you had to kind of protect yourself in the process. All right? I get it. Five of Pentacles, strength. We couldn't keep showing strength to something or situation. Okay. Well, that's where many of you are, but you won't always be there. I hope you see that for yourself today. This is hanged by or hangman, hang by, standby mode. But they already associate you with happiness. Isn't that interesting? I'm seeing 2 people line up to manifestation, which is good. All right. Both very much wanting, desiring the same thing eventually. All right. Celebration, the higher self. It caught my attention. The higher self, the Hierophant energy. Celebrate who you are and what you believe in. Okay. Self-love. Everybody's getting that. Busy and distracted intentions. Whatever this is that you're leaving behind could not show you love in return or had a lack of intent. Busy and distracted, never really making itself available to you, ever. And someone who naturally has a tendency to be open-hearted, you're going to need it in return. So you had to understand you separating yourself from this was a matter of self-love. If whatever this is could not return love to you, a situation, place, circumstance, or person, it was on you to show it to yourself. I understand. And busy and distracted is not an excuse, ever. It's never an excuse for emotional neglect. Okay? So, at the crossroads, or at that particular crossroads now, between kind of finalizing our grieving process and entering a new phase into our life. All right. I left a piece of me and you. Yeah, we always leave pieces of ourselves behind, but that's fine because that leaves room, okay, for new impressions. And we get to discover our more complete selves. We can only do that by being willing to miss pieces, okay? I know you have trouble trusting. I knew exactly what I was doing. Okay. You knew what you were doing when you left this? Someone here could not show you emotional stability or trust. I don't know. The letter B, the Medallion of Aquarius. Some of you have some very strong Aquarius in your chart, could be connecting to, or their season might be important to you. And then we have Palm Hand. Yeah. Some of you are very in tune, or you try to be in tune with your spiritual practices, or again, you believe in that sense of higher self, the Hierophant, the spirit, the universe. Something here that allows you to tune into something other or larger than yourself. And that's what allowed you to understand, to protect your heart space from this, and just understand you were only going to get so much in return. It was not supportive or not trusting. All right. Okay. Gemini, honey, I hope this helped you. I can see where many of you are at that crossroads. From one point in your life to the next. I'm just... Within 18 months. Or for some of you, this represents an 18-month process. You could be in month 17 for all I know. It started 17 months ago. Something like that. I don't know. For some of you, 18 months at that crossroads where you understand that you're finishing out or finalizing your grieving. And you understand the strength of the frequency you share with someone else. Okay? All right. Gemini, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Libra and their person, please. Show me Libra and their person. Just heard Fleetwood Mac's Sarah. Beautiful song. All right, for your side, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Ace of Swords. Cool. Five of Pentacles, Strength, and the Seven of Swords. The Lovers, Six of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. Sorry, sometimes it just like, really. Seven of Pentacles, you really concerned yourself with 3D matters, and I understand why. You're like, stability. Stability. New opportunities. I'm growing new opportunities right now. I'm all about that. And you are. That's actually no joke. Two of Wands, Ace of Swords. You're like, that's my jam these days. I'm all about that. I'm all about those opportunities. I'm all about maximizing those opportunities. I'm all about building those opportunities. I got stuff that's steady and growing, and then I got brand new things going on too. So it seems like is like, but in terms of your growth potential for what you're doing in work, home, career, family, I'm assuming something, because there's so much of it and you're maximizing every opportunity. I love that. Two of Wands, Ace of Swords. So you're like, that's it. That's all. That's every day. Those are my decisions every day. And you're like, I can handle these decisions. And that's a lot. You're focusing on your brand new beginnings and the stuff that's already pre-existing. And you're like, I'm invested in both. I'm working. I'm all about that. You are, of course, I'm saying that over here in the Ten of Pentacles as well. There's some background noise about why you've chosen this path. It's kind of like without any distractions, you focus quite a bit. I'm not saying that's all this amounted to was one big distraction. It was a very sexy distraction, but nonetheless, it was a distraction. Five of Pentacles, Strength, Seven of Swords. This I said is distraction. Someone's using strength here to push this away and act like it doesn't affect them. So, they don't speak to this. They don't own the break. They don't own that side of abandonment. It's like, I'm not going to acknowledge this. I won't. I refuse to acknowledge this. I refuse to acknowledge this. Okay. That's going to play out the way it's going to play out for them. But it's an avoidance topic for certain with this person. You're showing me this is what I've done since, and they're showing me this is what I haven't done since. So they're still kind of in a place of denial about what happened, the breakage, the abandonment. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. I don't think about it. Yeah, that's how much it didn't happen. I don't think about it. How do you like that? How do you like them apples? I don't know how you like it. One of you is productive. The other person spends a lot of energy denying it didn't happen. So they're not doing as well. But, that's... I hope they're able to turn things around in terms of their thinking and how they perceive things. And yeah. The Lover, Six of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. You pulled anchor on this one. You drifted away from your lover, I'm assuming a long time ago. I'm assuming it was a very sexy distraction, powerful one too with the Lovers, but you're showing me the stability that it didn't represent. So you see the transition here? The Lovers, Six of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. And leaving this behind, I chose stability. And leaving this behind, I chose fruitfulness. And leaving this behind, I chose abundance. And leaving behind this, I understand what my focus is. So whatever this is that... It's almost like you're showing me overcompensation for stability and growth. That kind of tells me what this wasn't. If the Lovers being a strong connection as it is, if it represented stability and growth, we stick to it. We stay with it because there's a lot to work with there, right? We want to see it grow and prosper. So if it was doing these things with you, you probably wouldn't have drifted away from it, So yeah, you might be working a lot and very hard. It's your truth and you're sticking to it as best you can every day. But again, it kind of tells me what it is you didn't have. When people make choices like this, it kind of tells me where they're coming from and what happened and what didn't happen. I got someone here who represents brokenness and the inability to commit or dig deep or give more, and then they avoid that even happened at all. So it's like, I'm not going to just fail. I'm going to refuse to learn from it too. That'll set me up for future success. So it's like, if you want more, you got to give more. And that didn't happen with this person. So, and that's fine though. I don't want you to mourn. This is already done. I'm just seeing you now, catching up now, to how prosperous and amazing and badass you are now. Because you kind of gave up your distraction here. Or something here, again, that was not prosperous. And you know what? If you're anything like me, you need things to have some freaking growth in your life. Otherwise, you're like, what's the point? You know? Okay. Let's get some advice, please. I think you're doing just fine, but I would just caution you, know when to take breaks. Remember to plan that into your activities as well. Three of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, someone still holds on. They hold on because they haven't worked through the heartbreak, so they just kind of hold on to it like a broken appliance. We know it doesn't work, and we're not going to take it to the shop for repairs, but for some reason we hold on to it. And we're still nursing the wound here. Three of Swords. We're still nursing the wound. Okay? Instead of seeing ourselves as worthy of the investment in any strong connection or anything we do in this life, if we don't really understand our worth, we're not going to invest appropriately. And that includes elements like healing too, you know? Okay. Nine of Wands. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of it. Three of... Oh, no wonder. The Hanged Man. Oh, did I put too little into this? That's a legit reflection. Three of Pentacles, there's the tangible work. Nine of Wands, was I too busy resisting building into this? I don't know, were you? We're thinking about it now. Hanged Man, did I put too little too late kind of work into this? Should I try it harder? Because I'm still holding on to this because it still kind of hurts. This person has a very earthian perspective. I mean, again, we get back what we put into it, and someone had a hard time even giving a Three of Pentacles. You could even call that friendship. That was really rough. Nine of Wands. They were rejecting any sort of growth opportunity here at every conceivable turn. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, you know, seeing a lot of hindsight reflection energies today in yours and theirs. It's already happened. It's already done. One person, this is what they've learned. The other person, not so much. I don't know what's going on, but maybe it's because we're entering spring. And over the course of winter, when we have ideally gone within and did our quiet time and our transformative period, we kind of find out who's ready for spring and who isn't. You know what I mean? You're ready for spring. You know? You cultivated carefully over your winter period. I'll tell you that. All right. Yeah, but it's kind of, it's putting a sigh in my heart. I don't want to see all this. For the extended versions, Libra, I'm going to see what I'm going to see. Tarot is not Whataburger. It's not, it's not how you want it, but it's already kind of putting me in a frame of mind for, is this what the extended's going to be like? This is what I didn't do. That's my bad. And somebody else is like, oh, I'm free. And now I'm thriving. Like what? You know, like I said, the winter-spring transition is really real. Unexpected storm tower energy. Listen to your intuition. Oh, this was brought on all of a sudden when you drifted away from this. It actually, lightning moment. Listen to your intuition, storm. Okay. Apology, forgiveness. Oh. Well, we listened to our intuition, and it might have caused a storm. It might have caused a tower. But there's something here you need to listen. For some of you, this is insight that is yet to occur to you. Did you ever receive an apology? Ever? I don't know why that's important, but apparently some of you have gotten really close to that thought or feeling, but you haven't quite gotten there yet. Listen to that. Did you ever receive an apology, though? Important piece for some of you. Did you ever? Because I can tell you, if someone found it that difficult just to be a friend, building into this in a way that made sense, How much did you put into that, and how little did they put into it? Just being New Year's intoxicating. The second time I've seen that. And, you know, I'm sure the attraction. I left it. That. Who else had that? I swear to goodness I shuffled the hell out of these guys. I promise you. You know, it's in between takes. I don't know why. I left a piece of me and you. Yeah, we're going to make an impact on each other. No matter how much we try to reduce our value or non-contribution, you're still going to leave a piece of yourself in someone else. And the idea is that we make space for new influence and we learn something about ourselves in the process of healing and recovery. But this hasn't happened yet. And it's like, I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't give more. I don't know why. Because everything's a direct reflection of the self. That's why if you think so little of yourself, you're not going to give much of it to someone else. That's it. You see how much you think of yourself, you make these opportunities for you. You know, so I don't know why, and being intoxicated or passionate about someone's just, it's not an excuse, you know. You want to keep something, you build into it. If you want to lose it, you leave it hanging or leave it absent of your presence or your energies or whatever, you know. Anyway, letters V, W, child. Some of you, this confirmation that you have a child, children are involved, or there was a childlike helplessness and or dependency on the issue or situation. Okay, Libra, I hope this helps you. Yeah, spring is really starting to show me who's open to spring and a certain readiness and preparedness, and those who aren't. Goodness gracious. I hope it helped you, though. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on, please, for Taurus and their person? I admit to a certain level of reluctance in sitting down right now. I had my little break between yours and Libras, as I do. And it seems like all the readings up until this point, people have fallen into two groups. I'm doing better. I've learned my lessons. I'm doing good stuff. I'm recovering. I got goals. I'm starting over. Stuff like that. The other group, what can I say? I suck. I don't want to deal with it. Don't want to deal with it. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, I'm a little reluctant to resume reading. What's going on for you? Show me, Taurus, please. In their person. What's going on? Please show me Taurus in their person. But like I was telling Libra, you know, I guess spring has a way of doing that. You know, are you ready? Let's do something. Let's open up. And others are like, I'm still stuck back here in winter. I'm not ready to open up and change. Thank you. Okay. All right. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, yeah? But as I explain that intro, let's reverse those energies as you see fit. What's up? Two of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Lovers. Six of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Six of Swords. Oh, yeah. I get that. Okay, the Hanged Man, the Temperance, and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. Well, you both do. Overview, Queen of Wands. You're like, I'm trying to feel better. I am. You're trying to show yourself more natural influence of enthusiasm and passion and direction and ambition. It's like, come on, let's feel alive, let's wake up, come on, let's greet the spring. So you're trying to open up. And you got some beautiful energy in there already that you are really trying to lean into, tap into, evoke. Okay. Two of Wands, Nine of Swords, the Lovers. You got something on your mind and you are working through it. You are. I don't know what your decision will be, but you're so close to making one. Nine of Swords pulls it back by several degrees. So even though the Two of Wands, which is good, it keeps you present in terms of your decision making, your thoughts, your feeling process, keeping it here and now, which is good. Nine of Swords suggests I'm overthinking it, and it pulls back. So you got something on your mind when it comes to a strong connection. And I see you kind of wanting to speak unto that, because Two of Wands still has the implication of communication in it. But then, like I said, it pulls back. So what you'll actually do, I don't know. I just see it on your mind in a good way, in a positive way, and in a healthy way. And then the fears of the mind take over and say, maybe not. We'll see. Six of Cups, Ace of Wands, Six of Swords. If it helps you, yeah, they think about you too. I mean, you know. Strong appreciation for the connection, full stop. So you two have known each other a long time. All right, this wasn't some flash in the pan connection. We've known each other, right? In that sense of memories, emotional imprint, spiritual imprint, you two helped each other grow in some way. That was more internal than as opposed to, say, reflection to age. But you two also go way back with the Six of Cups, so we have the memories in there too. So we have a unique undercurrent there, experience between you and this person, and they're still crazy about you with the Ace of Wands. They are. Even though they're showing you the Six of Swords. I'm drifted away from Taurus. They still have a natural energy towards you, the way that you do towards them. So as far as I can tell, you two are even. But in that sense that they left, they drifted away. The Six of Swords, I don't quite know. It's in an interesting position on this person's energy, which, in connection to you, burns bright, vivacious, and in a strong sense of respect to the connection, time and memory served, right? But also Ace of Wands, yeah, absolutely crazy about you. They still are, but they drifted away from you with the Six of Swords. The Hanged Man, Temperance, Two of Pentacles. Long story short, the both of you needed space. Okay. The results of that are still being, what am I trying to say? Calculated? The results are still being tabulated. But you both needed that time out. The Hanged Man and Temperance. Space, literal space, needed to be put into this. So it might have been done under this person's energy, but it afforded you both something in terms of, I'm over here and I'm thinking about stuff, and they're over here thinking and processing stuff too. And it's not just thoughts, it's a spiritual essence of exchange and understanding each other, patience and love for yourself, and also appreciation for the connection and what you two have learned from it. That's all in there, in this one big stew pot that we call the spiritual exchange. And I know that's so terribly frustrating, but when you get it, you get it. It's like the Hanged Man, Temperance. Like, yeah, I have been thinking a lot about this connection, and you have. And they've been influenced by it too. Their own energy admits it. But we think about it, Temperance, specifically, what do we learn from it? Like I said, more patience and compassion for the self, and the exchange for the point of view of each other. So the idea is that you two have received, and you will continue to receive, a fair exchange of each other's POVs or points of view. Okay, makes sense? And that can take a while. With the two, like I said, the results are still pending. Now, in terms of what does that mean in terms of 3D function, which is people like, that part, where's that part? Well, it's still being worked out. I can see where you're very close to trying to pull this back into reality. It's been on your mind. For one reason or another, it's been there. And it's been burning in their energy for a long time. I don't know how long. We don't just drift away from this by accident. I mean, they had very strong feeling and recognition in you. So don't forget that. How you interpreted the connection, they're right there with you. Okay, so they were impacted by this too. They learned a lot from you too. They experienced a lot of exchange, emotional and spiritual, with you too. And as far as I can tell, that's where you two are. Appreciating each other's differences, your likenesses, what you experienced, what they experienced, and how perhaps you two might needed some time to see that from the other person's perspective, or, you know, when and where and how you both, walked the same mile, and then also when and where and how you wore different shoes walking that same kind of mile. You know what I mean? That's all I have here, is the appreciation of the connection, how we're thinking about it, and the exchange process. What happens from there, I don't know. It kind of seems like you're leaning into a decision, but that Nine of Swords pulls it back. All right, let's get some advice. Perhaps we should see. Let's get some advice, please, for Taurus. I have to say, yours has been one of the more mellow ones. That's nice. Going back to what I said, it's gosh, there are a couple of strong examples in there. Particularly with the air signs, but oh my goodness. Like, what's even going on? Okay, let's get some advice, please. I was saying, telling Libra, it's like, I'm a little nervous now about doing the extended in a week or two for the yours and theirs. Because, like, is this going to be the attitude? Is this going to be the... Let's get some advice, please. What's going on? King of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, the Hanged Man. Yeah, you see, you're still there. See, look at that, look at that, look at that. That's you. And the Seven of Wands, it's like, caution, thinking, have I thought enough, point of view, the Hanged Man. So it's active for you both to be clear. You both needed this time out, this perspective, this exchange. But you think about that deeply. Am I in a good place with this? Am I exercising good forms of self-worth here? You know, I understand. So whatever it is that you lean into in terms of this decision or communication, just know that you have given it ample consideration and you have to trust your decision, okay? That's all in here. I can tell you've given this a lot of thought. And that's all they're telling me to tell you is respect your own particular process. You've already put a lot into it. In other words, you know more about the answer than I do. That tells me you're actually more prepared than you're giving yourself credit for. But yeah, I mean, you can only think about something so much, and I completely respect the Hanged Man, even if I lose my patience with it sometimes, but it is what it is. I mean, we could all do with a timeout, and you go over there, you go over there, you two think about your own shit on your own time. And honestly, that's the best kind of healing. It really is. But it suggests that two people were doing the work more or less roughly at the same time, which is good though, because that means you were both invested in doing the work in some ways. You just did it on your own time, you know? Page of Swords, Ten of Cups. Needed more insight about the inner circle. What's that about? King of Cups. Finding space in the inner circle. The King of Cups is largely interested in the full declaration of one's feelings, fully owning them, being open with them, okay, open to giving and receiving. So we had small insight here. Somebody did, Page of Swords, about the greater meaning of the thing, how to give and exchange love in a way that's fair or has a place in our world, but it's of very great value and importance. The emphasis here being on the love and knowing what we feel and really coming to terms with it, particularly how we want to see it and experience it in our life. So we can't afford small thinking, okay? The importance is too large, okay? All right. Yes, Pumpkin. It's such a dramatic entrance with you sometimes. Yes, my little wolfie. What is it? Why are you giving me eyeball right now? What? I am not going to go outside to see what squirrel you're fixated on today, honey. Sorry. Yeah, I love you to pieces. But she likes to report to me. Maybe tattletale. On every squirrel she wants me to personally check out. You see that one? See that one? I don't know how she developed a habit. Maybe it's part of her tracking and hunting instinct. I have no idea. But for some reason, she likes to tell me. Yes, I'm talking about you. Yes. From her point of view, it must look really bizarre, right? Mom's just over here talking to air. Okay. Storm, unexpected tower energy. Well, what's that about? Some radical truth. Ace of Swords. Yeah, that fits. Eventually it was going to happen, but we had some radical insight. The tower here being, this could be an internal tower, an external tower. It could have been a tower long ago, far away, but it is next door to truth. Ace of Swords. At some point we had a truth blast wide open to us. And it probably wasn't the most comfortable. You delivered it, they delivered it. I don't know. The point is that you were both affected by it. Okay. But some really strong insight here. All right. The divine flow. Let go of attachment to the outcome and let the universe bring gifts. Oh, that's very appropriate. That's where some of you get hung up in Nine of Swords, and there's that Two of Pentacles. Now what? Now what? Let go of the attachment to outcome specifically. I don't know what's going to happen. What if I make this decision or lean into this? Or it could be them. I don't know. Reverse energies. The point is we have to let go of the idea of outcome. And are we just making the best possible decision for ourselves? That's all. That's all any of us really can do. But trust your own sense of learning, insight, understanding, and your own sense of timing. You already have the answers there. Okay? All right. Please take care of yourself. Yeah, I can see where you two reflect on each other and you still care about each other. Okay? Please take care of yourself. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. I see where they drifted away from you. And I promise you they're deeply attached to you. They didn't just drift away because they felt like it one day. Okay? They very much care about you. You two would know best as to why they drifted or you drifted. Somebody did. I'm going through my life review. Yeah, you both are. I think that's a very fair assessment. Yeah, like I said, being able to appreciate when, you two walked in each other's shoes and when you didn't. I mean, there was a lot of perspective exchange as time has gone by. I don't know how much, according to this, quite a bit. Possibly upwards to 2 years from what I'm seeing. It's possible, absolutely. But yeah, I would say you both went through a life review. That means it was impactful. That means it was of importance. That means it wasn't random and it wasn't just pain for the sake of it. It wasn't just a connection for the sake of it. You both learned. It both contributed to your growth. And it continues to do so. It will continue to be of influence, together or apart. All right? That's it. The rest of us, all we can do is decide what we do with this or don't. We just kind of have to trust ourselves. All right. So many. Okay. We have G, X, F, D, L, V. We have the medallions of Pisces as well as Leo. Keywords here being intuitive as well as generous. You might identify with these words, and also, of course, you might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to other seasons, might be important to you. We are, of course, to note, still in Pisces season. Let's see, we have the Pegasus upright, which is good. The freedom to take action, the freedom to fly, the freedom to choose for ourselves at all. Full stop. Okay? You are a majestic being. We have the chakra, getting our chakra in alignment. Yeah, I would say you both are, And then we have the medallion of the child. One of you, both of you, might have children. Children might be involved, or that sense of smallness, helplessness, vulnerability. Okay. Taurus, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Virgo, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Virgo. And their person, please. Show me Virgo. And their person. Show me Virgo and their person, please. What's up? What's going on? Starting with your side, but as I said, reverse energies as you see fit. Ace of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Four of Wands. Hey, I like that. It looks spunky. I like it. I like it. That feels so good. The Emperor, Justice, Two of Swords. The Sun, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Swords. And Two of Pentacles. Well, I want to be happy for you. And I still want to be happy for you. I really do. Don't get me wrong, you're questioning the mechanics of something. What should I give to this? How to approach? You're thinking about it, you're thinking about it, you're thinking about it, and you're so close. Ace of Cups, Page of Wands, Four of Wands. You want to open your heart space to some sort of relationship here, but the point is that you want to keep yourself open towards it. You feel good about that, and I want you to feel good about that. And then I immediately see this disapproving character. I'm not necessarily convinced this is the person you want to open your heart towards, per se. No. Yours is softer, joyous, more celebratory. I got to do this. It's going to feel good to me. I'm just thinking about, the when, where, and how to put this into practice or bring it into reality. I've been going back and forth on that. Not that's necessarily a bad thing. It's just like more in that sense of readiness, because when I open my heart to this, I really want to mean it. And then over here, I have someone connected to that automatically says disapproval. So the Emperor, Justice, Two of Swords, they're like, I don't know about that. Is that correct, though, Virgo? I don't. I don't feel like this is the person I want to open up to in terms of emotional confidence in a relationship structure. This is someone who seems to be lending their opinion, whether you want it or not, or asking for it or not. So it's kind of like saying, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I'm also suggesting maybe that's not a great idea. That kind of thing. So it just imagine like, well, I was thinking about opening up to this, and they're like, should you? You think that's a good idea? It's kind of like that. It's almost like trying to show you it's not interested or it doesn't really care about the outcome, but it kind of does. And then the Sun, Eight of Wands, Six of Swords. I see you back away from it. Now, look, I'm not trying to tell you what to do like this person who isn't technically trying to tell you what to do either and acting like they're not invested or interested. But you are your own Virgo. You are your own person. You can make your own decisions. If you say your heart's ready and it feels good to you to open up towards this, and you've kind of gone back and forth over it, Two of Pentacles, I think your heart knows better. So I don't know what that person's intentions are. It's not flat out malicious. I'm sure it has its points to make. Okay. I'm sure they're making a good point while they are insisting they're not making a point. It's like, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm also saying it may not necessarily be the best idea, but you do what you want. Oh, so tell me how you don't approve by, don't hold back. Telling me how you don't approve by how you don't approve. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, the Sun, Eight of Wands, Six of Swords, that bums me out. That bums my heart out just a little bit. You're so close to... Now, you might change your mind tomorrow. It's like, fuck them. What do they know? But at least for the reading I have today for the Virgo I'm looking at, you're saying maybe they're right. At least for today. You're saying maybe their opinion is valid. Oh, excuse me, their non-opinion is valid for today. Because again, they're trying to show so they're disinterested. They're not interested in the outcome. They're not. But, I don't know about that. But yeah, you do whatever. It's coming from a firm audience, though, or a firm person. And for now, you seem to be agreeing to what they're saying. So I hope that's not a Six of Swords forever. I hope it's just temporary. Because just the idea of you talking to this, it hurt my heart to see that. Just the idea of you talking, it made you so happy. So that hurt to see that a little bit, And just communication, just the idea of talking, just talk. Just lights you up, and gosh, you had been doing this for so long now, the Two of Pentacles. Maybe that's where it's coming from. Maybe it's because you went back and forth on this for so long. They're thinking, well, look how long it took you to make up your mind to open up toward this. Maybe you shouldn't. I mean, Virgo was a Two of Pentacles thing. You should know, right? I don't know where the dissuasion's coming from in this person, except maybe they're thinking about how long it took you to figure this out, make up your mind, and I don't know. I mean, you are Virgo. You tend to move at a slower pace. I don't know, but I'm not saying you have to. Tarot Lady's not dictating anything. Tarot's a proof of choice, not the absence of it. I do see how this see, look at that. Even on the split, we really want to connect to this. Three Cups, Eight of Wands. I don't know. God, let's get some advice, please. I'm not saying you have. No, I kind of have a rebellious spirit. I kind of want to be like, oh, with all due respect, I think I'm going to go ahead and put that message out there because I want it returned to me. And That's me though. I kind of have that rebellious streak just a little bit. And I know people like this, they're in our lives inevitably and they come across as very strong approving or disapproving figures, and they have their purpose, they have their place, but not in every single thing that we do. Especially when it involves our personal form of freaking happiness. Little communication. God. Little communication. Virgo's like, I just want a little bit of communication. Okay, maybe not today. Ace of Swords, King of Wands, the Queen. Dude, you know what this is to you. The frequency between you and this person is matching. King and Queen of Wands. You're like, I'm really attracted to that. And you know it. You know it. Ace of Swords, you know it. You say that you have a strong truth toward. I bet you have a strong truth towards that person. It looks like you have a strong truth towards that person. But also, your heart beats there too. So, your heart beats there too. It's not just all that, but you know. You ain't gonna deny it either, are you? No. No. Honey, if that's your truth, it ain't theirs. Don't fucking worry about it. That's me though. This who knows? This could be a very domineering figure, who knows, like father or brother or something, and it's just like, well, that's what you want to do. You know? But it's your truth, though, not theirs. That was the main point. That's yours. We develop Ace of Swords for us as people, okay? Our own truths. And they're usually hard-earned. It's your truth. The Magician. Four of Wands, Five of Wands. See, it's in conflict, though, with your manifestation. You want the Four of Wands with this, but you're also kind of fighting it at the same time. So you're resisting your own manifestation. That's not good. So that tells me it's this close, okay, for you to get what you want. But the closer it gets to you, the more you kind of push against it, too. So you're playing into it as well. A little bit of disapproval from this person is sparking you that sense of Five of Wands. Not everybody's going to approve of what you do. You. Is it your truth? Is it your manifestation? Okay? And you're like, oh, well, that person's making a frowny face at me. Well, that's all I needed to back off. Oh, honey, the world is full of frowny faces. The world is full of frowny faces. Oh, my God. Let me tell you. They wouldn't do what you do, but they're not you. That's it. That's all there is to it. Okay? So I understand for Virgo, you know, a little bit of disapproval for you can go a long way, but it's your happiness. It's your Ace of Swords. You are manifesting this. So, I'm just saying. I hope you get back to it. I hope this isn't the last of this particular subject. That's all. Maybe they're not convinced because you're showing signs of not being convinced. A little bit of mixed signals coming from within. And people can pick up on that, absolutely. It's like, yeah, you say you really want to talk to this, but I'm seeing and sensing these things in you. And people are like, oh, you mean the realities of being a human? Well, we're not entirely positive, 100% sure about everything we do. Oh, you mean there's a little hesitation and it's perfectly normal, natural, and healthy because maybe we're nervous? Yeah. So anyway, I'm just saying, I hope that Six of Swords, me personally, I hope it doesn't sustain. Just, you know, whatever. That's me, though. Taste their push and pull energy. That's we have a push and pull on this one. You don't want to feel like you're chasing. I get that. But that push and pull, largely understand, comes from within. And if you are feeling that from the inside out, push and pull within yourself, as I see here, you're going to feel like a chaser. And it's going to put you in a negative frame of mind instead of saying something positive, like, I'm positively pursuing this because it means something to me. No, that push and pull is coming from within. And I just see someone give you a little frowny face and you're like, that's all I needed. Oh, but what if it's you get it? It's not what you really believe. It's not. It's not. All right. I feel like this person's adopted this belief they're supposed to discourage you. It's not, maybe they don't necessarily believe it, but they feel like that's their role. That's a shit roll. But hey, they agreed to it. Okay, I'm not interested in the closures. The shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I just want you to make contact with that. Okay, we have commitment here. Commit to this next stage in your development, and there will be a promise fulfilled in some form. I agree. I'm not saying you have to offer the marriage. I'm not saying no. What I'm saying is commit to your own action here, or commit to your feeling and commit to your truth. Once more, it's yours. That's it. That's all it's saying. Commit to this next stage in your own development. That's it. Stop looking at someone else for approval or disapproval. We'll never get it. Not fully, ever. A lot of people love what I do, and an equal amount hate what I do. Hate it. And nevertheless, I get on with my life. Okay, D, we have the Captain's Wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune, as well as the World simultaneously, which is a actually perfect construct. Time moves forward always. And as it does, doors close and they open. Yes. The Mask, there it is again. I don't know. I feel like this person's been cast in that role of disapproval. It may not necessarily be what they believe, and they help represent that conflict in you. You know? All right, we have the Owl, Insight, Wisdom. I think I know you're smarter than this, and you're more observant than this too. Okay, Virgo honey, I hope this helped you. It was interesting, I must say. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care, and I just say let it rip, but that's me though. That's my spirit. That's my spirit, and I can't be told otherwise. All right, anyway, I hope this helped. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Capricorn and their person, please. Show me Capricorn and their person. Very good. Oh, okay. 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, 4 Cups. I don't like that. The Lovers, 6 of Wands, and the 3 of Wands. Well, no wonder you're apprehensive. Okay. Page of Cups, 9 of Cups, and the Sun. And the Page of Wands. See, you're trying to understand if you should open up. There is more to this connection than meets the eye, but I can definitely see where you're wary by it. You have a lot of hesitations there, a lot of doubts, and I don't blame you. The image is coming across as flippant or surface. It runs deeper than that, but for some reason it's showcasing as just, glamour and passion and come to me, Capricorn. I'm a beautiful siren. Heed my call. And it might be like sexy at first, but then when you're in it long enough, it's like, that's not sexy. It's not sexy at all. It's actually kind of annoying because there's an expectation for you to go where they are, and that's why I'm irritated. So as I wanted to see that shared energy, there is deeper feeling in there, but for some reason the surface comes across as peacock. And the peacock has its place, as all things do. Page of Wands, like I said, opening. You're trying to figure out if you should be over here, right? 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, 4 of Cups. You're like, this situation kind of sucks. You have a hard truth you're dealing with, and you don't like your truth. The Ace is, but it's honest. It's honest, and you're trying to figure out what to do with this truth, if anything at all. Because you're saying the situation you're in is pretty unhappy. It feels unbalanced. It feels uneven, and you feel like your needs aren't being met emotionally or something. There's a sense of lack, and it sucks. And like I said, that Page of Wands, little guy right now in the midst of your mind and your feelings, and your beliefs are being challenged here a little bit. So it's kind of hard for you. I think you see that for yourself to be open to this. Because whoever's attached to you is like, come to me, Capricorn, you want to. And it's coming across as very sexy and like a, I'm summoning you and I'm waiting on you and it kind of sexy energy. It's like if you come over to where I am, you follow that rainbow and you get a sexy pot of gold. And it's it's coming across very ego-y, very ego. It's like, yeah, it's a hot connection. I know it's a hot connection, but they're attracting it from a space of the Six of Wands. And like all things in tarot, it depends on what we do with the energy. Six of Wands isn't inherently bad. It can speak to confidence and a job well done. I deserve to be seen. This is kind of saying, I deserve to be seen by my lover, and I'm waiting on you. In other words, they are actively waiting. Three of Wands, and it's like they know it. They know it. And they know it. It's like, it's all the fun's over here. You come on over here. So the suggestion being, I'm not going to come to you. You need to come to me. They're like, I know what I have, and I'm sexy as hell, and I know I attract you. Wink, wink. So I don't know if that's male. I don't know if that's female, but either way, they have a pretty high sense of self. Pretty high sense of self. Especially what they have to display. It kind of reminds me of this current energy and phrasing we have flying around on social media. Oh, I'm king or I'm queen, and I expect to be treated as such. It's, how'd you earn your crown, though? Because you weren't born with it. How'd you earn it? So you might have a lot to display. You might be sexy. You might be very generous with your filters, shit like that. But that doesn't mean you're a good person. So and I think that's where the conflict I'm seeing for you is coming in, is like, is this worth it? Because I'm attracted to it. That's one of your issues, Ace of Swords. You're aware of it, but you're also like, it feels unfair. It feels uneven, whatever this connection is. They expect me to go to them, and that tells me you've done it before because it's coming into conflict with you. And you're like, if I do it again, I'm falling into their trap or their hands. And it makes you unhappy. Anybody with that kind of energy would make grumpy. Very grumpy, unhappy. What do I do? But I'm still attracted to it. Okay. Page of Cups, Nine of Wands, the Sun. If you connect to this, if you open your heart towards it, you know you're going to experience heights of joy. So will they. There is a deeper feeling here of love. Yes. Self-love. I wonder how much of this connection is self-interest, wish fulfillment for the self. But you both experienced the sun. Okay? I kind of push back on this idea of it's the happiest card in the deck. I see temporary suns all the time. I see concept of warmth all the time. That doesn't mean it comes to fruition, and it doesn't mean it's a sustaining sun. Okay? So, yeah, I would say it's the happiest card in the deck at the moment. That doesn't mean it's long-term. Because that's something you struggle with. Is this going to be emotionally satisfying temporarily? Or is this going to happen again? I don't know what caused the division, but the clear expectation is if you want any of this sexiness, you got to come back over here to my part of the woods. You know, chase me, pursue me. And then, boom, a release of joy. But that is Nine of Cups for both of you. That means you experience this in some way that says wish fulfillment, and so do they. And that's the prospect you face of opening your heart open towards this, and them too. My concern, my thought is this a sustaining sun? Is it a sustaining happiness? That's what I'd like to know, because you see how deeply unhappy you are? Because since what the fuck do I do with this? And I know you, of all the earth signs, you're the one I'm least worried about with sorting that Two of Pentacles. Capricorn inevitably arrives. Even if it's not a healthy solution, you'll arrive to a solution. And by that, I mean you can, the devil is still your power card, we must remember. You know, but for the most part, you will always find a solution. You do, typically, yeah. Okay. I'll say you persist, even if it's in the wrong direction, but the point is that you figured out your direction. Let's get some advice, please. It's no insult. All signs have pros and cons. That's just the way it is. No exceptions. I've yet to meet... there is no sign that is exclusionary from that. All signs, all elements, all cards in tarot reflect human nature. Dark, lights, and everything between. That's what I'm saying. If this one gets all the credit, and your power card, for instance, the devil gets all the cons, right? No, yours has pros too. This has cons too. It's something, again, that's commonly misunderstood. Okay. The Lovers, as powerful it is, a lot of people associate it with being a big pain in the ass. I mean, as you understand. Okay. Let's get some advice, please, for Cappy. Okay. Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. If you invest from the point of view of love. And so should they. You should know if someone's investing from love, and just as much as you would know that you were investing from love. Anything else is unacceptable. Okay? Anything else is unacceptable. So know what you're stepping into with investment and intent. There you are. And know that they are giving something equal. Is this about love? Is this about generating love in the best interest of not just ourselves, but each other? Because here I can see the self-interest. Yes, this makes me happy. You both feel that. But is it love? Okay. Three of Wands, Seven of Wands, Two of Cups. It's something to think about. There's that Three of Wands again. Seven of Wands, Two of Cups. I have that feeling that their feelings are very conditional, and I find it bothersome. I do. It seems to be love on their terms. And this is where we might have confused self-interest with getting what we want, even if it's at the cost of others. And we see a lot of that in modern times. It's a little bit, if you want feeling from me, you have to come over here to my world. And I won't meet you under any other term. It's more about the win for this person a little bit, and that bothers me. Your advice was clear. If you want love with this person, invest. Like real love. From the heart. More than just how it makes you happy or temporarily satisfied. And you have to be shown that you're given the same. There's that Three of Wands, Seven of Wands, Two of Cups. That's very conditional. I'm waiting. And until then, my feelings are guarded until you kind of surrender or give me what I want. So I don't know what it is that they want, but their feelings are coming across as conditional and heavily guarded. And it's coming in the guise of boundaries. I'm seeing it as victorious. My way for the good feelings. So, you know, this is where we have that little thing called choice. If you connect to this and you know it makes you feel darn good, but it's an impossible thing to sustain, then have realistic expectations. Okay? If you ask me, being in love shouldn't be this hard. It can be this attractive, but it shouldn't be this hard. Two people are either on the same page, and they're not holding each other hostage through pride or ego. Or they are, and, you know, we don't want that. Five of Cups, Three of Cups, the Sun. There it is again. If I connect, it makes me happy temporarily. It feels good in the moment, but it's not sustaining. Okay, that's enough. I think we have enough to work with. Ultimately, though, Tarot, see? Should you invest in new love altogether? There you go. Distance, retreat. I know you took that distance or that retreat for a reason, or they did. Okay. Is self-love open up? Yeah, open up to you. And not necessarily how good this makes you feel, but to you, authentically you. Is this the best representation of you and how you love yourself? Okay? Is this going to give you what you need? That should answer most of your questions. Or maybe perhaps you should aim for new love altogether. There you go. It's always a possibility. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Since there's distance here in space. Thank you for making amends. I'm starting to understand our connection. So thank you for making amends. Somebody tried to offer something to make peace. There's a recognition of that. Or there's been a lack of it. I'm starting to understand our connection. If somebody was lacking in trying to make amends or make things right, we're starting to understand that a little better. That kind of tells you if someone's meeting, or if they're qualified to meet your needs emotionally for the long term, is if they understand when, where, and how to say, I'm sorry. This is how I can correct it. Okay? How much has one or both of you tried to correct this? Because it suggests respect. Beyond self-interest. Okay? The letter L, we have the bicycle. For some of you, you ride a bike, or you see a bike regularly, or just particularly fond of bikes. Then we have the Pegasus in the upright, the freedom to choose, fly, take action, any of those things, but you are a magical creature. Absolutely. You can take flight. And then we have the Medallion of Virgo in the reverse, the keyword here being practical. You could have some very strong Virgo in your chart, could be connecting to, or their season might be important to you. Okay, Cappy honey, I do hope this helped you. This one was interesting. If it didn't look like a bunch of sex appeal on a distant shore that was tantalizing you, I don't know. It might have been different. I can see where you two hit pockets of absolute joy. But then you have to remember you separated for a reason, and someone clearly expects you to come back. But it's like meeting them on their terms. And that says a lot. I don't know. You have to figure it out for yourself, honey, as in all things. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Scorpio in their person, please. What's going on? Show me Scorpio. Show me Scorpio, please. And their person. Now, co-eds, we're going to start with your side of the board, yeah? But as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. What's going on? The Chariot, the Magician, and the Ten of Swords. Okay. The Lovers, the Page of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Okay. Nine of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Knights of Pentacles. All right. King of Cups, that's you, right there in the overview. You are getting back into a place of the fullness of heart, believing in what you believe in from a place of emotional conviction. It's like, I'm feeling a lot better about me. What I feel, claiming it, being open to it, to give, to receive. You're like, I'm feeling like myself these days. Scorpio is feeling like Scorpio. There you are, loud and proud. Over here, the Chariot, the Magician, Ten of Swords. You're like, you know what? Shit happens. It's making me, it just makes me laugh because you're like, power, energy, Ten of Swords. Shit happens. And you're like, you know what? I got to move on with life. And you've been moving forward in a very general way ever since the Ten of Swords. Pain, disruption of some type. But you have been making massive strides and moving past it, beyond it, and manifesting more for yourself, particularly movement. And it's not always easy. No, of course, at the Ten of Swords there. Sometimes it's hard for you to stay on track with your own sense of direction and self-propelled destiny, and having to remind yourself often, be open from the heart. Feel what you feel, own it. Feel what you feel, own it. Just be open, don't be closed off. And I'm not telling you what to do. This is the Scorpio I'm looking at. This is the energy you've been, I don't know, feeling for a while now, I imagine. But your strength and conviction to move on, move forward, is saying is real. It's like there's more to life than disappointment to pain and endings. And you're right, there is much more. And you're like, I'm just trying to navigate forward, man. That's all I'm trying to do. Scorpio is trying to be Scorpio. That's it. Whatever it is you manifest and try to move towards and beyond, beyond, you do so with conviction. And that's beautiful. But yeah, Ten of Swords says sometimes it's not easy. It's not. But you do the best that you can. Powerfully so. Over here, the Lovers, Page of Wands, Two of Cups. I got something here opening up towards you soon. I don't know. Page of Wands, hard to tell. Little guy packing a lot of energy. So that means it tells me it's a little shy. A little apprehensive, nervous is the word with the Page of Wands. They're associated with nerve. Just I'm opening up. I'm taking a shot. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. But what I like about it is Two of Cups. It's like support, love, care, the good stuff. I promise. Not just a strong connection, I promise. It's feeling too. So it is supportive. I like that. So not only do we have a strong connection, right? It's the spiritual stuff, it's the emotional stuff, it's the mental stuff, and it's the sexual stuff. It's all in there. It's whew. Here's also like Two of Cups though. Promise. So in some way it shows up as being emotionally supportive. And I like that. When it comes on through, I don't know. It looks like soon to me, but it's hard to tell. There's just so much energy attached to it that looks positive. Strong, but positive. Nine of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, Knight of Pentacles. Your energy is almost like, huh? Because I have a single person in there, individual Nine of Pentacles. And it's, the Hanged Man is like, I have been moving in a direction of self-stability and growth for a long time. I'm okay. I like the reassurance. Because you're right, you are okay. You are okay. It's hard sometimes to remember to stay on track with your manifestations and your goals and your big energies. And yeah, it's a hard thing. Sometimes the King, Queen of Cups have to go out of their way to remind themselves, I have a full heart and I feel my feelings. Okay? I have a full, and I'm not going to stop myself from moving forward and manifesting and doing good things for me. Right? We've had endings. We've all experienced ending. We've all experienced pain. We've all experienced betrayal to some extent. And like, nevertheless, you move on, powerfully so. And you have been. And I like how you're reflecting on that. You're like, this is what I've done. Nine of Pentacles, one of my favorite cards in tarot. Because it's in all due respect, literally, to the individual and our own sense of accomplishment. Some of you have been concerning yourselves for a long time about your own personal sense of security and stability, like I said, and building into your experiences. And for some of you, have been very successful in this. And you think about this with the Hanged Man and Knight of Pentacles, you're like, this is a pretty good direction. I like it. They share this with you in some way, whomever this is. Okay? That sense of, yeah, me too. I have that kind of can-do energy too. I have that sense of personal competence as well. I also appreciate moving in a steady base structure, so I don't know what that is. But you both share actually similar pacing. The idea of experiential appreciation, what you've managed to do, how far you have managed to come, building into life slowly. The Knight of Pentacles is a blueprint for moving forward for people, especially when it's attached to that sense of Nine of Pentacles. This is what I've done, and I kind of did it my way, you know. So there's a lot to think about there, and that you are personally secure, you're personally safe, and you've done a great job. You've done a great job, despite the fact that sometimes you are a little wiser for wear in your manifestation efforts and, you know, the strength of your own particular convictions and why. You know, Ten of Swords is enough to make anybody leery, but just try not to get lost to it. You know, and I think you've done a good job of that. I like that. I like the steadiness of your character, and whomever this is, they share that with you in many respects. Okay. Question is, when do they appear on the scene? Have they been in your life for a minute? Like, what's going on? Let's get some advice, please. I just noticed on the split, the Lovers, again, could be a committed energy. Very strong spiritual connection there. What's going on? Let's get some advice, please. Oh, she looks so cute right now. She really does look like a fox that's just too big, plus cat. And that's my dog. She literally looks like a fox and a cat combined. It is so sweet. It's like I have the world's biggest fox in my house / cat. That's what Cinnamon looks like, I swear. Anyway, she's being so cute right now. She's curled up perfectly like a little cinnamon roll. Oh, okay. The High Priestess, the Knight of Swords. We had a strong feeling a particular direction, of course, was being taken. Using your intuition always as a form of guidance to your everyday activity and forms of communication. Yes, I agree. Okay. But we had a feeling something was coming through with the Knight of Swords. What's going on? There they are. Ta-da! I really do feel like I'm performing magic tricks sometimes just when stuff like that happens. And then I get to have a ta-da moment. I don't always get those, so I get, when they happen, I enjoy them. I suggest you do too. It's fun. Ta-da! There they are. You had a feeling something was cooking in the background. It's like I feel like something's coming through, but you don't feel threatened by it either. No, but trust yourself. I mean, that's what you've been doing, your particular process. So the King and Queen of Cups have the intuitive process built into them. Okay, you can I can see that you prize yourself on yours. So you do this every day anyway. I navigate moving forward, actions, communication. But you had a feeling something was coming on through, and there they are. For some of you, FYI, given the pacing of your two's energy, non-rush style, and you kind of build into your life as you go, deep appreciation for that. We might be talking outwards to Gemini season, which in tarot time, by the way, is nothing. That's right around the corner. Page of Wands suggests now. I don't know. I'm kind of curious about that myself. But point is that you don't look freaked out. It's almost like, oh yeah, I know who you are. I've been expecting you. It's kind of like that. It's a bit cheeky, but what's a Scorpio read without some cheek, Okay. Come on now. Hidden emotions, FYI, they're coming forward. Hidden emotion that's true emotion can only stay hidden for so long. If it's real, eventually it comes forward. No matter the time or how long, hidden emotions come forward eventually, Ho ho, control tactics, what does that mean? No counsel and therapy in reverse. Oh. Dazed and confused. Okay. I don't quite know where that dazed and confused element's coming from. Control tactics. Counsel and therapy in reverse. Dazed and confused. That's interesting. Lack of insight or counsel about one's control tactics. Dazed and confused. Wandering around. Someone's been wandering around, not realizing that it's a form of control tactics to hold themselves back, and not having any insight on it. Counsel and therapy is in reverse. So someone here's had very little insight about their own form of control tactics, and they insist on walking around dazed and confused, missing a particular element about themselves. That's interesting. Someone's been holding back or delaying on purpose, but they didn't see it that way. It was a form of control and a confused sense of self-regulation. It was really just a tactic against the self. I insist upon remaining dazed and confused, and I'm not going to look into it too deeply, but it was a form of controlling the self and one's emotions, maybe, one's actions. I don't quite know how that meets up to your reading, but apparently someone's supposed to hear that. Ooh. Well, I feel like someone just got told on by the universe. Well, it's like if you stop getting in your own damn way and confusing it with control, you might have made more progress by now. Ooh. Okay. Somebody just got told on. Otherwise, then what's the lovely reading? I don't know. It's the usual person. Perhaps some of you, if it applies to you, and that Ten of Swords, and the idea of preventing any future sort of pain or endings, We might have developed unnecessary control tactics in order to make us feel safe. I don't know. It might apply to your person. And that sense of coming forward and insisting that they don't know that they want to come forward. It was a form of unnecessary control and lacking insight. Oh my. Okay. Well, the dazed and confused thing is, I can absolutely see that being a control tactic. I'm going to act like I don't know what's going on and therefore nullify any sense of responsibility. That'll work. I'm just going to say I was dazed and I was completely blindsided. Yeah, how long does that argument stand? I was completely blindsided. Okay, so what have we learned about it after the fact? You know? For some of you. Cancer season? I don't know. The Dreamweaver. Oh, Dreamweaver. I know. It's so cheesy, but that's why it's so good. All right, Dreamweaver. Dreaming and imagining, bringing your powerful vision into reality. That's what I see you doing. And sometimes you get caught up in the Ten of Swords, the pain of it. And it's like, am I manifesting right? Am I moving in the right direction? But nevertheless, you persist. Nevertheless, you move forward. You are the Dreamweaver. Okay? All right. Beautiful. I feel like yours is much longer. Oh my gosh, what even happened? Tide of transition. Embrace the tides of change with openness, allowing the ebb and flow of life to guide your transformation into love and work. Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Riding that tide of transition, transformation, love and work. Nice. Nice. That's, we got, somebody here got tattletaled on. Ooh. Okay. Well, now. The energies are upright. That's what's good here, okay, for the most part. So I'm assuming this was a learning phase for someone along the way of a long, winding road, and much point of view was taken from both sides then, I'm assuming. Ooh, oh my goodness. Was it you? You let me know if it was you, if you can. Okay. V, P, F, U, and C. Okay. All right, Scorpio, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Pisces. And their person, please. Show me Pisces. And their person. What's going on? Show me Pisces, please. What's going on? Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board here. But as I say at the intro, reverse energies, as you see fit. What's going on? Six of Swords, the Emperor, and the Page of Wands. Okay. All right. The Tower, Nine of Swords, and the Hierophant, Ace of Wands, King of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. Yeah, you're showing me a kind of pace of healing here, and it's hard when I see things like that. Six of Swords, the Emperor, Page of Wands. It's kind of like saying, look, I do need to go my own way. I need to continue to do so. However, I support you. It's hard. That's hard to do. The Emperor's kind of insisting on moving forward. It is a form of empowerment. It's a decision. Just like it's a decision to heal with the Four of Swords. It's a decision to go within and reflect and try to heal one's thoughts and feelings and mind and things like that. Okay, and that's your choice, and it's a good choice. Six of Swords, the Emperor, Page of Wands. So it's like, no, I insist. I'm going to leave this behind. I'm going to continue to heal from it. However, I support you. And it's not a lot, but you do mean it. The Tower, Nine of Swords, the Hierophant. Someone here is not doing as well. It's kind of like, oh gosh, it's all coming to an end. It's all coming to an end. It's all coming to an end. It's crashing down. It's crashing down. It's crashing down. And specifically in reference, it seems to commitment energy. Okay. It's like if I've lost it all, this can't be happening. Okay, but it is. You seem to be doing very well. That tells me you're a little more prepared for this than they were. I'm going to continue to leave this behind, but I wish you well. And you mean it. You do. But again, you're kind of insisting I go over here. And they're like, this can't be happening, but it is. As discussed. 8 of Wands, King of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. There it is again. You show up for this thing in a term of support and that you mean well and that you're positive. But it's also kind of to relay the facts. 5 of Pentacles. This is happening. This break is real. And I see you discussing it. But you discuss it with a positive influence. Okay. And the insistence that this is what's best. And you authentically mean it. You really do. I'm breaking from this. I will no longer put my energy into this. Except, again, to wish you well, maybe even support you a little bit as this separation occurs. It's actually incredibly positive, but firm. Okay, so like I said, you're the one who's a little more prepared for this. The Tower, 9 of Swords, the Hierophant, for some reason it's coming as absolute shock and denial to this person a little bit. So you're not actually just leaving them stranded or hanging them high and dry. No, you're... And anything I see you reconfirming the decision. Oh no, this is happening. It's real. And it's best to think of it in a positive way for not just me, but you too, or whatever your connection is. You are remarkably upbeat about it. Your firmness is firmness, not being a hard ass or being mean for the sake of it. You authentically connect to that space of I should help guide this, but not be too involved. I need to concentrate on my own healing and continue to move forward. But I don't mind offering words or a kind of spirit of encouragement or support. So that's very unusual. I don't say this kind of thing too often. Maybe it's because it's hitting them so hard and you are in a much stronger space of preparedness and readiness that you're able to offer that kind of support and that kind of strength because you are coming across as a strength to this connection. Okay, now maybe you're being a support person to someone who's going through it. That could be it as well, and that might explain why you're doing everything so well, still maintaining your space, but I'm here for you, bro. I'm here for you, sis. Something like that. But no, I honestly feel like whatever this is, you are parting ways with it, but it's under your insistence, almost like your guidance, but a gentle and firm spirit. So that's remarkable if that's true. Okay. They're still showing me devastation in the communication. You're hearing it as well. This is not a surprise to you. But once more, there's the insistence on your part. No, this is how it is. This is how it must be. You take the time to talk and to reassure them. It's outstandingly supportive. It really is. That's something. King of Wands. So you have some very strong fire in your chart, particularly Leo and Aries. Page of Pentacles, the Devil, the Two of Cups. Oh. You anticipated this to some extent. Very poor attachment style to this person. Maybe a sense of emotional enabling or codependency may be in there. That's unhealthy. Okay. You recognize that in them? And that would explain the kind of firm insistence. It's no wonder, because you're showing me preparedness and readiness, and you knew these things were coming, and you continue to go your own way, seek your own healing. And you even reach backwards, but not negatively. It's to, again, reaffirm everything that's going on. And they're showing me devastation, catastrophic, this can't be, this can't be. So you seem to recognize the falseness in this love energy. It's not what it seems. You know? It's not what it seems, and you don't want to be part of it anymore in that way. You're saying it's false sense of dependency or codependency on you or this connection. You're saying it doesn't need me, and I need to reassure them of that often. But not so often that I go back to where they are. Okay? That I feed that devil. You don't want to feed it. You don't want to feed it false hope. Good. But you seem to recognize it for what it is. It's something that you yourself should not be personally attached to anymore. But you also understand it's having a hard time, very hard time, adjusting to this. Okay? All right. 9 of Cups just tried to pop out. The Emperor, King of Cups. You have a big heart here. I know, I see that. There's that gentle firmness. That's where it's coming from. A gentle firmness in guiding this separation. You really do love this. You really do care about it. You do. From a good space in you. And I'm glad that you can reassure yourself that it's going to put you in mind it's best that this happens, and because I'm going to be feeding the worst parts of them if I don't. I don't want to do that. I care about this person or this connection too much to keep on with it. Okay. All right. All right. That's amazingly authentic, Pisces. That's, wow. But there's something here you just can't feed anymore, or that you know you shouldn't. Okay. A cycle's completion, the end of a particular cycle for you. This is going to mark a very vivid change in your life. So while at first it comes across as a firm sort of gentleness, this is how it must be. Let me talk you through it. You got this. You're okay. You're going to be okay without me or my presence. It represents a growth in you. Okay? Meaningful coincidences. There's this idea if the timing was right, or there was just too many things you could not ignore. Signs, signals, red flags, anything. I don't know. Listen to your intuition, always. Yes, of course. I remember every detail of that day. I'm sorry I left you while you were young. There's a sense of vulnerability here. Going back to age. Okay, I support your path. I was wrong and I am sorry. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead. Answers unfold. Keep your mind open and be willing to learn from this experience. Good. Very good. I agree. M as in mother and N as in no. Then we have the owl in the upright. A lot of wisdom here. Insight. Big eyes. Observation. There was something about this you couldn't ignore or continue to feed into. Things were adding up that all pointed to negativity, and this explains so much about this connection or connection style and things like that. Okay, and seeing your role in it, how you played into it or you didn't, that kind of thing. But seeing it, there's always something to learn here. Answers unfold. And then we have the unicorn in the upright. You are magical, you are unique. I'd say, I wouldn't disagree with it. No, not at all. But you are magical, you are unique. Believe in your own power. Okay. Pisces, honey, that was... Wow. Wow. That's amazing. You definitely were in a situation where you did the right thing. And the fact that you're not completely abandoning this, you're just saying, I can't be in your life anymore. That's something. That means you still have the strength of will to reach backwards and offer reassuring words. Okay. I think the idea is that this needs to settle more for the other person. And because you have such a... It probably doesn't feel like that at the time, you know, when you're doing these things. But it's such a calm reassurance around you. And patience and steadiness. And You know, I know who I am. And if it was the other way around, I would hope this is the way I was treated. Kind of like that. Okay? It's amazing. I'm almost at a loss for words. It's really kind. It's really, really kind. It seems like kindness is a shrinking trait in today's society. So, but this isn't for everybody, to be fair. Not everybody has that strength of spirit. Put it this way. If you ever find yourself reaching backwards, that goes beyond just assistance and helping talk someone through it, okay? Where it's like, okay, well, I'll move back in or whatever it is. Okay. That's when we're going back in the wrong direction, okay? So as I say, it's not for everybody. But just be very aware of the weaknesses and how you played into them, and that should help prevent any more of it, okay? But it's quite remarkable that you're not just dropping this either, all right? Anyway, I hope it helped you. If anything, confirmation, put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Cancer, please. And their person. Show me Cancer, please. And their person. What's going on? Cancer. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. Just explain that intro, reverse energies, as you see fit. What's going on? Okay. King of Wands, Two of Wands, and the Three of Wands. Okay, that's interesting. We'll see. Knight of Wands, Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Will you say it yourself? If you're going to wait, you better know it's worth waiting for. Ah. Oh, yeah, you say you got something here worth waiting for. I'm not saying you wait. I would never suggest that. This is what you're telling me today. But let's see. Let's see. Let's see. The Sun, the High Priestess, the Four of Swords. You're like, case in point. Checkmate. Okay. Overview, Eight of Swords. Yeah. Some doubts, though. Some doubts. I see why, though. If you're going to choose to wait, it needs to be a choice. Okay? Otherwise, you just find yourself waiting. And that sucks because people can spend weeks, months. And if you've never experienced true waiting before, years. We don't want to be that person. Life is passing us by, right? We don't want that. We want to live it. But you're saying, I got something here worth waiting for, but you're saying I'm not, it's not without apprehension. Okay? Eight of Swords. So make sure that you have fully embraced that decision. Fully embrace it, Cancer. I'll tell you why. We need that ownership in case we need to call ourselves on it later. You know what? I chose to wait back then, and the results have either paid for themselves or they haven't. You know? Okay, so yeah, Eight of Swords. I don't want that there. I want you, because energetically you're waiting, and it's powerful. You have emotional motivation, so it's not like I'm without sympathy, and it's not like I'm totally giving you the finger. Yeah, you know what I mean? But you have the emotional energy to wait. It's, well, to put not too fine a point on it, you turned on. I mean, something here has got your attention. It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I noticed. All right. It turns me on a little bit. I'm a little passionate. So, sue with Cancer. Okay? Just claim it, that's all. Eight of Swords. Don't allow for any blindness in there. Know that you're doing it. That's all I'm saying. All right? And I can kind of see why. From your emotional perspective, you got something here worth waiting for. Knight of Wands, Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Isn't that interesting? There is something here, someone here, I should say something. Someone who is very lively, someone who is very attractive, but they move at a very slow pace. Despite the fire they show at the upfront, they're like, I'm not rushed, though. The Knights of Pentacles. Whatever direction they're on it. And they don't break vision or break stride very easily. Okay? They're like, I kind of move to my own drum, but whatever beat I'm on, I could pursue it for a long time. Okay? The Sun, High Priestess, the Four Swords. In your estimation, it's a matter of time before this thing comes together and you guys feel the sun together. What does that mean? What does that mean, though? Because right now I see them, they're following their own path and they feel good about it. When do you anticipate that to connect to your path? That's the thing. I get it, man. It's bright, it's lively, it's vivacious, it gets your attention, it attracts you. And your intuition is apparent for the both of you. In some ways, you both call to the elements of the sun. You both want to be warm. But there is this sense of undefined, fuzzy concept of healing attached to you both. So where are you two in that process? Because Two of Wands, Three of Wands, let's make that clear. Two of Wands has the implication of some waiting, but not a lot. And then Three of Wands went, oh, well, it's a little more than I thought. Okay. Well, Christina, they got the goods, but man, they move slow, and I'm working on stuff, they're working on stuff, and I need to make sure I'm in order, and and maybe a little more time, a little more healing for the both of us, and then it will reemerge, and our pathways will reemerge, and we'll connect again. It'll be awesome and great. It'll be groovy. We'll be under the sun before you know it. It's a very vague, stretched out sort of plan of connectivity. What's weird is that you're not alone in that. You both share this. There's this sense of vague sort of maybe one day it'll connect and heal and we'll be happy again. But neither one of you is putting definitions on it in terms of thinking or 3D. So again, I kind of want that Eight of Swords to go away, and I want you to absolutely know that you're doing this. Because you both sort of vaguely hope to cross each other's paths again, and you vaguely hope to be happy in each other's company again. So, I don't know. I'm not big on the vague. And there's times when we must be far apart. Yeah, but this is a very undefined quality of maybe one day, it's like maybe one day cable guy will show up. I don't know, because we have the idea someone's going to come around, do repairs, put in the service work, and the order was put in a long time ago, but there's a really non-committed time for service. Like, let's say it was June and the cable guy shows up at October between the hours, this goes down, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. It's like, where I don't know. It's a little too stretched out for me. Okay, so let's get some advice, please. What's weird is that you're both connected to the feeling in some way. So, I don't know. I feel like your energy is so close to warming up to making a decision, but it gets stretched out again. This person's energy is funny because I get it. It's in that respect of, I know what I love to eat, but don't rush my meal, because that's not going to happen. That's how this person operates. I know it makes me happy. Don't tell me how quickly to do it. And like when I explore something, I explore it. You can't, they go in it like they are in it. So I want them to come around and explore me. Yeah, I know. So, but you're very hands off right now, and we're not completely aware of it. So let's be a little more aware of that. But yeah, they think about you. They do. I know they do. And they have a similar sort of vague notion, but I can see where they're not fully devoted to it. They follow their own thing, man. Okay. Queen of Cups, Six of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and someone had to move away from pain in the heart. There's this idea there's too much pain there, and someone had to get away from it. Very strong feeling, could be you, could be them. I don't know. But the Queen of Cups suggests, oh, my heart was hurt real bad. Really bad. Really, really bad. And, the Queen of Cups, she doesn't feel things once. She feels them several times like echoes. That's what it is to operate King and Queen of Cups and any of the elements. I tell people this all the time. All signs, all elements have pros and cons. One of the cons famously is that, King and Queen of Cups, they're like sponges. They absorb pain very easily, just like they would love or any other element that's positive. So do the negative apply. So we had to learn to move away from the sense of pain, and it was not easy. It was not easy. It took time. Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Moon. Yeah, there it is. We have a deep attachment to that. I got two people in here. I got two queens. In that respect of more or less you two attach in that way of softness and respect and wanting to care and love for each other. But the Empress here denotes that somebody has a very strong connection to the other person or sees them as the bee's knees. I mean, they're everything. You know, they're everything. They're at the height of their fancy. And the Moon, somebody doesn't show that part. I think the world of them and they don't know it. You know? Okay. So, who knows? Under this concept of pain and hurt, having to move away from it, and growing out of that, and learning to grow out of that, and someone's deepening bond that remains quiet subject, perhaps then you two are vaguely right. One day. I don't like doing one-day readings, guys, because it makes me sound like an asshole. I don't like that. I don't like that kind of tarot. But it does happen. I can't control timing elements. When two people are ready, they're ready. As I say, you two vaguely have an idea the cable guy will show up one day and fix your fucking cable. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have cable. It's just so I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Hey, because I do like subscription. I don't even have TV, honey. I don't watch much of it, so what I do have, I know I have it, right? So it's like, I'm Netflix, Hulu, HBO, that's it. That's all I do. If those three can't meet my needs, nothing's gonna, right? So, you know, I think I understand. It's going to show up one day. Service repairs might happen between you two. You both feel it in your own way. They don't devote all their attention to it, just like I'm sure. I just want you to own the feeling that it's there and connect to it because, you know, it looks like your flame grows with this. The more it stretches out over time. So I just want you to be aware. All right? Okay. Of course, you remember. Have you guys seen that? Of course. Well, maybe not to say of course, but it is from the 90s, which to me was like yesterday. But, you know, the cable guy with Jim Carrey, just the obnoxious way he says it. Shows up so random, so loud. I'm here, cable guy. The feminine, the intuitive process, the intuitive self, and the karmic partner. Oh, intuitively we feel like this is, see, I hate using that word karmic. Sometimes it's such a dirty little word. Or a lot of people interpret it that way. I know better. There's something here that we need to connect to because it's not done. The word karmic suggests it's a balance is owed or due. Okay, and this person represents that kind of partnership. But I'm seeing it here in the positive, in terms of you both feel it, you're both connected to it intuitively. And it's something in some way you two interpret it as owing each other. Some sort of inevitable crossover point. Okay. I'm not saying you two owe each other as in happily ever after. What I'm saying is neither one of you's wrong. It's just so damn vague. Small steps. Oh, I knew you were going to have to push back on me. Small steps, Christina. Little steps, okay? The small steps win. The small step triumphs. The everyday victories, celebrate them. They will take you there. Like that. Punching the air. Like, what's his face at the end of The Breakfast Club? Classic. Iconic. Okay. Don't get me started. I love my 90s. I love my 80s more. Don't you forget about me. I don't think y'all have, no. You never drifted that far apart, to be honest. J, you, snake in reverse, no venomous thoughts, no bites, no snake in the grass moves or bullshit. Just, it's not like that. And then the wolf is in reverse, no sense of cunning, no sense of stealth. It's not like we're hunting each other. It's not like we're obsessed with each other. It's not like that. We have the, what is this, the flower. Yeah, it's the flower of Venus, of course. The Empress, the flower. Beautiful scent, beautiful sense of love, generosity. And for some of you, Cancer might be your Venus placement. But yeah, I get it. Okay. All right. All right, Cancer, honey, I think that's about it. It was interesting. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.